We have now a number one receiver. I think if we go across the offense, you can piece together with the right brain trust, play calling, mindset, that the offense is probably good enough to have you in contention. Defense, oof. That's a whole nother regard. And ultimately, even with all the attention on the play calling, it's Doug Peterson's decision to change the defensive staff and then go out and hire the worst defense in the league. That did him in as much as anything. What are you doing here, man? So that's kind of where I've landed. I mean, it is what it is. Go around and back and forth. It's the opinions are in. We feel you. The polls, the quickie polls, the opinions have all been lodged. I get it. We get it. For sure. But now it's like, let's go. Let's go get a coach then who can turn it around. I asked Dan this yesterday. He wasn't feeling as much for me. Maybe a day later we can, because there is now even an official list. E.T., good morning.
What's up, I see?
Would the decision to keep Balky, which, let's be honest, overwhelmingly was met with disapproval. Let's just put it that way. But does the decision to keep Balky, would it change your mind if it doesn't end up being any sort of blockade to the coach that you would have wanted? In other words, if they keep Balky and they still can get Ben Johnson, who, by the way, his lips to God's ears has said he would not come here if Balky were the GM.
So would I still feel...
Would it at least give you more optimism if they get the coach that you would have wanted, or if it doesn't deter them from getting the coach?
It'll give me more optimism, but he still got to go.
Now, I feel you on that, but the sense of despair and ultimate pessimism will be lifted. So, I mean, to me, at least, a big reason, a big part of wanting a clean sweep would be to align the coach with the GM that he wants. And if he's not able to get that, we're going to miss out on the top coaches. That, to me, is as big a fear as the personnel. And so if that, potential roadblock is not there, and again, inside around the NFL, they swear it is, we'll see. But the list of 8 official candidates are the who's who of, what everyone wants. And Jack's took a different tact this go round. They've made it public, the 8 guys they've requested interviews with. Names you would expect: Ben Johnson. I don't have the list in front of me. Joe Brady, Liam Cohen down in Tampa, Aaron Glenn, the defensive coordinator. Freddie Taylor spoke highly of him yesterday. He's defense coordinator for the Lions. Robert Saleh. Couldn't you see that happening? Robert Saleh on the now I think on the Packers staff, former Jets coach, or at least in some role with the Packers. Todd Monken, who is the offensive coordinator for the Ravens, spent time as the OC with the Georgia Bulldogs. The Ravens offense tops in the NFL. We don't talk a lot about Todd. Shame on me. It's Todd Monken is worked here. Coached under Coughlin. I'm almost positive, like a receivers coach. Now you watch, it'll be Jeff Monken. E.T., Todd Monken me on the Google machine. Pretty sure Todd Monken was a position coach here in Jacksonville way back in the old days under Tom Coughlin. Like during the Petrino stint, maybe. Am I right on that? Yeah, fired up. I'm pretty sure one of the Monken boys I know, now that I've gotten confused because, the Jeff has gone off to, I'm almost positive it's Todd
Passing
Monken.
Game coordinator and wide receivers, Jacksonville Jaguars, 2007, 2010.
Okay, so that was actually Del Rio. Yeah, so that's a long stint here, by the way. So there are ties here to Jacksonville. His career has gone on to good things, especially as a coordinator. So what else is this? Did he get a cup of coffee as a head coach somewhere in college?
Not in the league. In college, yes.
Where was he?
Southern Miss.
Southern Miss, yeah. Man, I know the most useless things, but I can't.
I was just bragging about you all about that.
I can't incorporate anything that really matters. That would be,
Snapple cap.
I am, dude. What is that? Who knows that Todd Monken was the coach at Southern Miss? Do I need to tell you he went, 4-7 one year?
Goodness.
So anywho, that's another name that's on the list. And, I'll leave a few off. We're going to go through that list one by one, but those are the hots. But the bottom line is the guys that Kellen Moore, another offensive coordinator who's constantly in the rumor mill for head coaches.
Raiders defensive coordinator Patrick Graham.
Okay. Yep. That was one of the names that wasn't as, front and center right now. So anyway, point being, personnel issues aside, and you can't just toss them aside, I will say this, man, I think you can trust me on this. I'm not the expert. I'm not trying to fluff anyone's pillow here, by the way. I'm firmly on board. My stance was quite clear on what I wanted, Shad Khan and the Jaguars to do here in this opportunity, and that'd go a total different direction, both personnel and on field. Okay, that's what I wanted. But I do really believe this team has a lot more talent than 4 wins. I do. I'm not just selling you something here. A button-up team that doesn't make mistakes, that takes the field goals when they're supposed to, that makes the right decisions on when to go and when not to. This is a lot closer to a 500. Now, that's not good enough for what we want, man. Shad almost admitted the low standard here when he said, what's the goal? Playoffs. Ooh, great. It's a start, though. I will say that. And do we know that Ben Johnson is going to be a great head coach? No, we don't know. Coordinators, Josh McDaniels never worked anywhere. There have been a lot of great coordinators that just didn't translate. Norv Turner was always a great coordinator, never was a great head coach. Buddy Ryan on the defensive side of the ball. There are others. They just don't. Lovie Smith. I mean, there's been a ton of them that have been really good coordinators, but it has not translated when it comes to being the head coach. Baselli got, almost made fun of a little bit yesterday for positioning that side of the argument that you never know. The counter argument to that is I feel like I do know what Trent Baalke brings to the table, and it's, it peaks at average. I still think we have ceiling talent here, though, that's playoff contending. Now, that needs to, again, that's coached and executed to its max. Something that Doug Peterson long ago lost the feel and ability to do. So with that list of names, the Jags will start the interview process sooner rather than later. I'm probably sure they'll be rifling through them today. Let's check all the boxes on what league rules say you have to do. Let's make the best, most informed, aggressive decision. Let's identify who we want, and let's strike, man. The last coaching search, we went round and round. Peterson, don't forget, interviewed early, was gone and forgotten. We presented 2 or 3 other names that were considered better candidates, and then it felt like we just kind of settled for Peterson, even though he came in and did a great job right there in year 1. I mean, if Ben Johnson has been noted as one of the top play callers in the NFL since before the 2023 season. And 2 years in a row, he's backed it up. He just keeps getting better and better. Out scheming, out designing, and out developing. Look at those players in that Detroit offense, what they've become. It's not just Goff. That 2-headed backfield is what a 2-headed backfield's supposed to do if you're going to rely on him. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameson Williams, these guys are electric. All-pro level receivers. They're not top 10 picks. It did lead, and we'll close this first segment out with this on the Jag front. But maybe perhaps less awkward because it's a Zoom call and they're not sitting shoulder to shoulder. But when you are the GM who's on an awful short leash, who you got to at least read the room, you don't have to follow social media, but at least read the room to know that you've lost the faith of the entire fan base. They all wish that Shad Khan were making a double announcement here today. But then the question came up, but what if Shad, what if it is a coach who wants to dictate who the front office will be, right? That's just a question that's fair to ask and one that the owner probably will encounter on some of the interviews with some of the head coaching candidates, but it's not the easiest or most delicate question when the man himself is sitting right next to you, Trent Baalke, and here's Shad Khan when asked, hey, what if a new head coach wants to, I don't know, get rid of the GM and, put in his own front office?
My response would be, how would you improve it? And then if it is credible, you want to do it. Okay?
That's enough. E.T., we bring the general manager, the esteemed Steve Griffin, who is an unsung hero at 1010XL, has built us into the monster that we are. We bring him in here, and I sit him here in the seat, and we're just having a conversation. We're having a conversation about E, and we're keeping along. He's doing a great job. And I say, well, Griff, what if we get an intern who shows that he's pretty good at it, and he says he wants to get rid of E.T.?
Wait a minute.
And then Griff said, and then the GM, your boss, says, well, I mean, I guess that's something I'd have to consider. He just has to tell me how much he's better. I'm open to it. Imagine that. I only use you, friend, because it's only me, you, and you here, and I ain't firing myself. Can you imagine that trip? Good. Yeah, just squirm a little bit. Squirm at just, squirm at what we've become. Man, I tell you what, there are certain mornings where, and I had, not currently entertaining mogul status, but I had a long, prestigious TV career myself. I don't miss the industry a bit. I love it right where we are here, early in the morning, a cold morning here on a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday. At least we don't have to worry about pipes freezing. Those plumbers up north, buddy, they get busy this time of year. Where was I? I mean, I'm just completely lost my...
Something about come in the mornings.
Oh, yeah, the TV part. I left the TV part. There are some mornings here on radio, though, where I wish we had video.
Okay.
Because there's certain highlights, and you could, when I'll send y'all to them, or you can see them on SportsCenter, or, they're on social media probably already if you're active. But we had 2 highlights from the NBA last night. They were just like, what? So we'll get into that. Haven't forgot college basketball. Woo! Talk about a bounce-back game. Man, the Gators last night at home in the Exact Tech Arena treated the Tennessee Volunteers, undefeated and number 1 in the country, like they were Wofford. You're listening to The Drill. If you know, you know, on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here on campus.
7 years of college down the drain.
On the inside and on XL Primetime.
What's the deal with the show?
Bleacher Report college football insider Matt Hayes.
How do you like being in a real studio?
2 to 4 weekdays on 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey. Here in North Florida, you know that when temperatures go up and your AC goes out, you need help now. Like right now. Like lickety-split. So why not call Lickety Split and get same-day emergency service for your AC? Now, I bet you've seen their trucks all over town because they've got dozens of certified technicians ready to repair not only your AC, but your home's plumbing and electrical too. So when you want it done right and you need it done right now, call Lickety Split AC Plumbing and Electric.
I've known Glenn Cohen for a long time as a friend and a lawyer. Persistent and fair, Glenn and his firm have represented clients from North Florida and South Georgia for over 40 years in all kinds of personal injury cases. If I had such a case, call Glenn at Barnes and Cohen.
If offense and defense don't win the game, sometimes it's up to the special team.
And here comes the field goal team. They've got to hurry.
After the game, catch the Crown Royal Special Teams Player of the Game. Live generously and life will treat you royally on 1010XL.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer. simpler. This is Tony Baselli, Pro Football Hall of Famer. I was known for protecting our quarterback. These days, I'm extending that protection to a different arena, your home. I have partnered with Heritage Roofing of North Florida, your premier local roofers with over 25 years of experience. Heritage is your go-to roofer for hurricane preparation with same-day inspections and estimates. They also work with all insurance companies. Let Heritage Roofing of North Florida safeguard your home and family. Visit heritagenfl.com for your free estimate today.
State license CCC 1335410.
Yo, what's happening, sports bettors? It's your boy ET here for MyBookie, and I hope everyone had a profitable NFL regular season betting year with MyBookie. The college playoff marches on with football Final Four. Notre Dame is favored by 1.5 over Penn State Thursday night. The over-under for this game at MyBookie is 47 points. This matchup suggests a relatively close contest, and we know anything can happen. We're taking a look at betting the over here on the points total. And Friday night, you got O State favored by 6 points over Texas. The over-under here is at 53.5 points, indicating expectations for a somewhat high-scoring game. And O State's lead in the spread might reflect confidence in the performance, and also is likely to be where the public is putting their bread at. But that 6 points is enough for Texas to cover, so we're looking at going against the public and taking Texas with the points. Guys, if you haven't yet, sign up now at MyBookie, because they're still giving that 50% deposit bonus. That's half your money back on your very first deposit up to $1,000. That promo code, of course, is 1010XL.
They're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Do you have clicking, popping, swelling, or pain in your knee or shoulder? This can be due to arthritic changes in your joints. Over time, you have wear and tear of your cartilage. I am Dr. George Bari, and here at Bari Orthopedics, we have numerous ways to treat your arthritis, such as regenerative medicine, including PRP and joint replacements with CT guidance for accuracy down to the millimeter. If you are experiencing any of these symptoms, call us for an appointment today, or log on to BariOrthopedics.com.
Find out more at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com.
Yo, this is Tony from Tony D's. Are you looking for a great slice of pizza? Well, we have about 12 varieties. Most places won't have slices of pizza after lunch. At Tony D's, you can get a slice all day. It's always fresh at Tony D's Pizza. Bay Meadows and 295.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Want to grow your hair back?
IHRS, right here in Jacksonville, is the only hair transplant clinic in the country that offers multi-unit hair grafting, FUE NeoGraft hair transplants, and the 45-minute effective PRP treatments.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
Thank you, IHRS.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Schedule a free evaluation and find out how to grow your hair back and keep the hair you have. Call 904-777-IHRS. Take the first step to restoring your hair today. Visit hairforme.com.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
IHRS has been restoring hair for men and women for over 30 years.
Call now for a free in-person or virtual evaluation. 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Or visit hair4me.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Radio program. I wish my beautiful bride were up listening right now.
What she would have said?
Lampooner yet again. We've all had those moments, though, where you mishear song lyrics.
All the time.
Luckily, I mean, hopefully you're like 6, 7, 8, 10 years old, right? You're not old enough to know any better, but I'll do it today. I mean, there's songs that we've all been singing for years, perhaps not as obvious as this one. But this one has now become so part of the fabric of what we are that it gets, like, referenced. I mean, E.T. was sitting in physical therapy yesterday and getting ready to go. This little vibe comes on, and then this happens.
Bald-headed woman.
Bald-headed woman to me.
Bald-headed woman. It's a bop, what?
Yeah. True story. We're out with Dan and Reagan one night. Me, the four of us, Mrs. P. We're Miss P and I are backseat in this case. He's sorry to take your spot there.
Dang.
And so we're just listening to the radio, and then this song comes on, and Reagan all excited. Wait, hold on, bald-headed woman. I love her. Bald-headed woman. She's a good sport about it. There's others. What was the other one we had? I don't know. Heck, I don't remember.
Mine was treat her like a lady.
Yeah. Oh man, there's so many. Don't even get me down. You can't. Don't do it. Shiny object. I'll go down a hole. We'll eat up a whole segment here, and they'll be like, "Wait, what? I tuned in for this." Not everyone agrees with my opinions on where the talent level is, and that's fine. Listen, we're getting to a season here where a lot of opinion is going to be lodged. So I'll just say this as I guide you through, these varieties of opining. Okay? I ain't an airplane pilot, okay? If I'm wrong, we ain't all going to die. You're not on the operating table. If I make a mistake in my judgment here, no one flatlines, right? It's sports, man. It's sports. Maybe the roster is terrible. Maybe the best coach in the history of the NFL wouldn't win more than 5 games. I don't believe that, but we'll see. It doesn't lessen any sort of disappointment. I spoke of the list. Here it is, the list. The Jaguars publicly announcing the full list of interview requests. Now, at least this article, the team posted it. I'm reading it. I think this is a Shipley and SI. It didn't say if all of these requests have been accepted, right? I can request to interview Vince Lombardi. He can't make it. But according to the team, the Jags have made requests to interview the following. And I told you, Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn, the coordinators in Detroit. Tampa offensive coordinator Liam Cohen. We talked about him a little bit yesterday. Ravens offensive coordinator Todd Monken. Ravens, not the Lions, have the number 1 offense in the NFL.
When Lamar got his first MVP, that was him, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he, last year's MVP. Monken's only been there a year or two. He was at Georgia. Okay. They were winning. Monken, by the way, was we pointed out earlier, spent time here in Jacksonville earlier in his career, 15 years ago, so under Del Rio, 2 or 3 years here. There's the Raiders defensive coordinator, Patrick Graham. Don't know a ton about him. Robert Saleh, former Jets head coach, Eagles coordinator, Kellen Moore, Ravens offensive coordinator, Joe Brady. And those are the names, man. If you talk about the offensive minds right now that people want to pluck, you'll hear Ben Johnson, Liam Cohen, Joe Brady, and to a degree, Kellen Moore. You will. Now, when and where and how viable all these interviews end up being, there's a lot attractive here. I know that we can kind of get mired. We got mud on our windshield, man. We don't see much clear at all. Around the league, you look at the overall state of the franchise, a young quarterback that plenty of folks still, have very high hopes for, and some salary cap maneuverability. The problem is I've watched Trent Baalke just pour ingredients into the pot. It doesn't taste good at the end of the day. Pours $1 million peppers into the stew, and they're sour. But, I got Eric Armstead telling me he's going to be elite again, move back inside next year. That's great. What about this whole year we paid you? What was that one about? It's just a mess. We'll see if it can, suddenly become clearer. We shall see. All right, on to, I guess I'm going to do a Daily's double take. And it's brought to you by The Dash. And double up this morning on your biscuits piled high. Oh, so delicious. And that coffee, always fresh, always ground daily, locally sourced. It's the Daily's Dash, man. This ain't gas station food. Just tickle your taste buds this morning with my friends at the Daily's Dash. Here's the double take. This wish I could show you in video. Man, I don't want to be too melodramatic. It's easy to do. Because we get to see everything as it happens, it's easy to say, oh, my God, that's the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen.
Right.
I know when he was a 20-something-year-old man, he probably had some long, soaring windmill dunk that he left from some dashed line somewhere. Mm-hmm. But at the age of 40 last night, that dunk that LeBron had where he was driving the lane with his right hand, moved the ball to his left, which left him, by my account, the only option of, as he was coming down, lay it off the glass, with that up and under layup. But instead, cocked it in that left arm and dunked.
The king.
Man, I ain't kidding. Y'all guys to look that one up.
It was a handful of plays last night.
This dunk by LeBron last night at age 40, I'm not sure I've seen a better dunk out of him in his career. I just don't know how at that age you got that kind of defiance of gravity. My man was in the lane. Work with me, folks. He's driving the middle of the lane. He leaves his feet with the ball in his right hand. He gets defended, so he switches to his left. So I'm thinking, you almost throw it up off your hip in that situation. Switches to his left and says, nah, I'll just hammer drop it on you. What? Okay, so there's one. There's the first half of the Daily's double take. First biscuit consumed. Let's go to the second. My man Trae Young, man, they're made out of ice and they don't melt.
Ice Trizzy.
My God, dude. So the Hawks are playing last night in New Orleans. And here's the thing. This guy is so sick that this isn't just a total close your eyes, throw it, and hope shot. Like we've seen Steph hit this kind of shot. My man pulled up for a quasi jumper from half court and hit it at the buzzer.
Like a regular jumper.
I mean, what are we doing, man? What did they change the physical dimensions of basketballs and courts and hoops since I was young? Since when can man rise up for a jumper from half court? Now, Trae's last night, I'll mislead you a little bit. He jumped into it, right? Like you do if you're trying a really long shot,
leaned
right?
into it a little bit.
He leaned into it, but still, it was jumper form, all nets. The Hawks had just blown. The Hawks had a 3-point lead, and they turned the ball over, and they let Utah hit a three-pointer with like 2 seconds to go. They inbound to Trae Young. He takes 3 dribbles, pulls up from half court, nothing but net.
Bye-bye.
He loves that bye-bye, doesn't he? That's his. So there you go, man. Just 2 NBA highlights worth searching out this morning. That's your double take. All right.
Zion's dunk.
And I know that's not the big story in basketball. I've kind of waited on this. I've simmered on it. I've enjoyed this so much. What a performance by the Florida Gator basketball team last night. Holy hockey sticks. I mean, they jumped them from the go, and they never let up. And it's the most impressive victory in Florida Gators. You ready? Regular season. It's the most impressive victory in Florida Gators basketball history. How do you like that? Never has Florida beaten a number 1 team at home. We had the numbers yesterday. Dan did. I think what were they, like 2-18 all time against number 1 teams overall. So it's the first time they've ever beaten a number 1 team at home. I mean, they've only beaten a number 1 team 3 times. So there is your competition. I don't know if those other 2 came in the NCAA tournament, by the way. They may have. Google machine me, ET. Florida basketball regular season wins versus number 1 ranked AP, teams. So the other ones may have even come in so regular season, but it's not that they beat a number 1 team. It's not for that alone. It's what they did to the number 1 team in the country who came to Gainesville undefeated, who beat Arkansas beat Arkansas on Saturday in their place like Florida beat them last night. And how did they beat them? You ready? 73-43. Florida gave up 106 in a loss to Kentucky and decided, you know what? Let's show the world we're not allergic to defense. And I don't know what they put in the Cheerios yesterday morning, but it was unreal. College basketball is a 40-minute game. Tennessee last night made 12 field goals. They made 12 baskets all night. Shot 21% from the field, went 4 for 29 from 3. The transfer from UNF, Chaz Lanier, who's been playing at an all-conference level, maybe player of the year level, went 3 for 16 yesterday, 1 for 9 from 3. Tennessee went 4 for 29 from three-point land, a lot of them open shots. The Gators, meanwhile, spread it around, attacked one of the best defenses in the SEC, killed Tennessee on the boards. Killed them. 55-38 on the boards. Killed them points in the paint. Beat them up. Beat them down. Beat them all around. 73-43. The worst whooping a number 1 team has taken since the 1968 Final Four. When some skinny kid named Lou Alcindor, you know him as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, was leading UCLA to a win. That's how long it's been since the number one team got kicked in the teeth by 30. 1968. Your boy here was born in 67. My goofy little ass is probably watching that game. Joke. 73-43. Florida over Tennessee last night. I would suggest the most impressive regular season win in the history of Florida basketball, just because it's like almost historic. And what a bounce back from losing a game, man. The SEC, if you don't watch out, you'll lose 3 in a row. The league is unreal. Yesterday, Joe Lunardi, the most recent bracketology, yesterday, 2 days ago. You know what that is, right? You know what bracketology is, right, E?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So yesterday, Joe, the most recent bracketology release, 13 SEC teams were in the tournament, E. There are 16 teams in the league. The worst record in the SEC right now overall is South Carolina. You want to know what the record is? They played 14 games. They have the worst record in the SEC overall. They're 10-4. 0-1 in the league. These are the records for the teams in the SEC who in yesterday's 2 days ago, the top 10 released this week. 6 of the top 10 were from the SEC. It's never happened in AP poll history. 6 of the top 10. 13 in bracketology. The net rankings, which they use to kind of help seed the field, 7 of the top 17 teams in the net ranking are in the top, or 7 of the top 17 in the net rank, 9 of the top 30, including, you know who? Guess who has his team? I'm happy for this guy. I moved on. I'm good with what we got. Guess who has his team 29 in the net ranking? 13-2 overall. And a win over number 6 Kentucky last night. Mike White in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Georgia's 13-2. Here are the records in the SEC. It is such a gauntlet, man. Think about this. If the worst team in the league is 10-4, there is no quote-unquote layup. Every single game you play in the SEC is going to be a losable basketball game for everyone. And I don't know who's better between Auburn, Alabama, Kentucky, Florida, Tennessee, Texas A&M. These are the records of the teams in the SEC right now. And I know we got to through a full conference season, but it's fair to take real note here because the record against other conferences has been unbelievable. The record against ranked teams has been unbelievable. It's just an unbelievably stacked basketball league, which you would think and hope makes you tourney tough. We'll see when we get to that bracket-busting time of the year. But here are the records. Auburn is 14-1. Mississippi State is 14-1. Bama 12-2. Ole Miss 12-2. Texas A&M 12-2. Georgia's 13-2. Kentucky's 12-3. Florida's 14-1. Tennessee's 14-1. Vandy is 13-2. Missouri's 12-3. Oklahoma's 13-1. Arkansas is 11-3. South Carolina's 10-4. LSU's 11-4, and Texas is 11-4. Top to bottom, SEC. What did you find on those wins against number one teams?
I found Florida beat a number one team for the first time in regular season program history.
Last night.
Yep.
Well, there you go. Yeah, the other 2 wins over number one teams came, obviously, in the NCAA tournament.
Uh-huh.
Which further emboldens my statement that it's the most impressive regular season win in Gator basketball history. News from the National Football League. It's percolating out there. There are lots of openings. Who hits first? Some of the interviews are curious. That and more. Playoffs are coming up this weekend. You're listening to The Drill. It's a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday on 1010XL.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's Visa in Action update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers hosting the Washington Commanders in an NFC wildcard game on Sunday. The NFC South champion Buccaneers, a 3-point favorite. The total 50.5. Tomorrow, the Orange Bowl, Notre Dame meets Penn State as a 1.5 favorite at Hard Rock Stadium. Friday, the Cotton Bowl Classic at AT&T Stadium. Ohio State laying 6 against Texas. College basketball today, Miami laying 1 at home at Florida State. UCF, a 5.5-point home favorite with Colorado. And Florida last night smashed Tennessee 73-43, winning at home as 3-point favorites against the top-ranked Vols. $250 bonus and you open up a G-Bank Visa signature card. Visa.com/GBank. Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
It's New Year's resolution time, so why not skip the guilt and do something you'll actually stick to, like fixing that leaky faucet, unclogging that drain, or getting your AC ready for the summer.
DuckDuckRooter is here to help you keep this resolution, investing in your home.
Start the year off right with DuckDuckRooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. Call us today at 904-862-6769, because when you're stuck, call the Duck. Right now, get $50 off any service of $150 or more.
If you're watching football this season, you know anything can happen. And on Hard Rock Bet, we mean anything. One fan in South Florida turned a $1 touchdown parlay into a $40,000 payday. Hard Rock Bet has parlays for days. With Flex parlays, now you can even miss a few picks and still get paid. Parlays for every kind of play. Only on Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. When your first bet or get up to $100 back in bonus bets. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
What's good, fellas? It's your boy E to the T here. And do you need a little boost in the bedroom? Well, Blue Chew is what you need. By now, you probably know that Blue Chew is an online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, and Staxin, but in a chewable form. And it's all at the fraction of the cost. So what you waiting for? Blue Chew is all online, my boy. No doctor's visits, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. Plus, it ships right to your door in a discreet package. The licensed medical pros work with you to find the right ingredients and strength for your prescription. Guys, if you don't like swallowing pills, no problem. Blue Chew is a chewable tablet. And ready for a great offer? How about free? Go to BlueChew.com, consult with a licensed medical provider, and get your first month for free. Turn that oh no, ha ha, into a oh yeah. Just chew it and do it. You see what I did there? Go to BlueChew.com.
Start the new year with a fresh look for your home. It's the Renewal by Andersen New Year's sales event. For a limited time, save 20% off on our energy-efficient windows and patio doors designed to keep your home comfortable year-round and your energy bills down. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation. But hurry, the special New Year's offer won't last. License number CGC 1527613.
Have you or someone you care about been arrested or had their driver's license taken away? I'm Susan Cohen, and I work with David Robbins at the law firm of Epstein & Robbins. We are experienced fighters for those charged with DUI and all criminal offenses. I've been named the best DUI attorney in the state, and David has been named the best criminal defense lawyer in Jacksonville. In your battle with the justice system, there is only one thing you need to know. Dial David 24/7 at Epstein & Robbins, 354-5645.
Baloo here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Here you can see.
Join me, Max Fink, as I keep a close eye on everything that happens in Gator Nation.
The Gator Report, polished up by San Jose Collision on the home of the Florida Gators, 1010XL.
Go, Gator! Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too. From Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, rolling lot bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold, silver, and diamonds from the public. Gold has recently hit an all-time high at over $2,600 per ounce. Pay bills. Buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold for cash and get top dollar, or trade it in for a new piece and get even more at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Collisions happen on every play in football. Collisions also happen every day on the road. If you need auto body repair, from a $30 job to a $30,000 job, trust San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. I, for one, like a sure bet. Putting my money up, knowing I'll win. That's why I bet on Awaken 180. It was a sure thing, and the results proved it to all of us. Start your new year out knowing you'll reach your goal. Awaken180weightloss.com.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
After firing Doug Peterson on Monday, the Jacksonville Jaguars have begun their search for a new head coach. On Tuesday, the team announced a list of 8 candidates who they're looking to interview, primarily on the offensive side of the ball. Former Jag Tony Baselli doesn't take issue with general manager Trent Baalke being retained.
The bottom line, the dude has built a team that went to 3 straight NFC championship games, went to a Super Bowl, came here, was part of the process of building the team that went to the playoffs in 2022.
If Eric Armstead is to stay with the Jaguars, he's looking to move back inside.
Yeah, I'm going to move back inside next year. That's going to be my plan. You know, that was what I wanted to do this season as well.
That's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update. I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Hey, man, nobody can ride a theme like we can here. Welcome back to the 6 o'clock hour on a Beach Roast Foaming Wednesday. We had a musical weave to this hour this morning. And earlier we were talking about misheard lyrics, right? Bald-headed woman. I play this song coming back. This is probably the biggest example of misinterpreted or misunderstood lyrics. Like Forever E, this innocent little child ditty, was fancied as a drug song.
Of course.
Yeah, everyone thinks that, right? You hear that song, you think it's a drug song. I mean, Peter Yarrow, we lost yesterday, of Peter, Paul, and Mary, they sang this song, went to his deathbed, and they were over and over and over again. No, it's just an innocent little song. Y'all crazy. We don't even do drugs. But I guarantee if you ask 100 people, what's that song Puff the Magic Dragon about? What are they going to tell you?
Of course. I've never even heard this. As soon as you say Puff the Magic Dragon, I'm like, what you got going on over there? Because that's exactly what I thought.
Quibbling with the Florida, thank you, E.T. Quibbling with the Florida win over Tennessee, are we? From the text line decided by Lifetime Enclosures. Tennessee shouldn't have never been number 1. Buddy, sounds like you're from Tennessee. You sure? Should have won it back to home?
Shouldn't have.
Shouldn't have never been number 1. Tell me you haven't watched a second of basketball all year without telling me you haven't watched a second of basketball all year. Tennessee was 14-0 with like the number 2 defense in the country. Let me look at this shouldn't have never been resume that they have. They haven't played a ton of ranked teams. Now, the ones they beat, Arkansas was ranked. They have it's not totally unlike what Florida's schedule's been at this point. They did beat Baylor, who was the top 15. They beat Louisville. They beat a bunch of ACC teams, Syracuse, Miami, Virginia, won at Illinois in what was a close game. So maybe they shouldn't have never been number 1, but they were, and they lost by 30 last night, which made a little bit of history. All right. Look, I'm just going to be legit with y'all. I'm going to shoot straight. I'm not going to pretend. I'm not going to go ESPN on you here and watch just, was not a very entertaining, engaging product at all, and then lead SportsCenter with it every night. I'm sure ESPN will. I'll give it one more shot when Tiger is next week. TGL, big miss, man. Big miss. I'd rather watch Korn Ferry Tour golf. Did not move the needle at all. No energy, slow moving, no personality. They have the personality you think they do. None. Nada. Ooh, it was a hard watch. I'm sorry, Reimer. I love you, man. We had him on yesterday. It's maybe an idea in its grand scope, but it did not give me that intimate, electric, visual atmosphere that I thought I was going to get. Did you watch any at all, E.T.?
Yeah, I tuned in a little bit.
What did you think?
I needed a little bit more.
You liked it more than I did, though.
Yeah. I need a little bit more.
Well, that's
though.
fair. I mean, we're different kind of different sweet spots, different points of entering golf and what we know to be golf. I'm all for the idea. The technology wasn't good enough. You can't see where the ball's go. You can't. It's not good. When they hit that ball, boom, I need to be full screen seeing where the ball's going.
You know, it's great. When I hit the ball in real life, I never know where the ball is.
There you go. So I just didn't work for me at all, man. It just didn't. And if you're going to use all these crazy exotic courses and shots, it's got to look more real. I expected it to look more real. I expected an upgrade in technology. I didn't expect to look like I went to, to my garage and hit it into my golf simulator. I mean, it didn't look much different than we did the remote at the bank somewhere. So, yeah, massive, hard fail out the gates. But you say you didn't think it was terrible. Yeah. I couldn't watch it, man. It was way too slow and good. Nothing about it. Goofy. I don't need it. I'll watch golf. I'd rather watch golf. I'm going to say this. Cover your ears. Hey, you got to make me watch 30 minutes of golf. I'll watch Live before I watch that again. This is the drill. Hicken Arrival more come your way next. We'll table football fix, offer up some NFL headlines coming up a little bit later. Nothing just super hot and percolating this morning. Just typical NFL doings. But we will package it up in a football fix later this morning. But we got Get Smart John coming up soon. Turn our attention to the 7 o'clock hour on a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday here on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
I did not see this one coming.
Radio play-by-play is like stepping in a theater in your mind.
As good as it gets.
1010XL, Jacksonville's home for play-by-play. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Get off the ladder and put on the helmet with Gutter Helmet of North Florida. We are family owned and manufactured locally. Cleaning your gutters is a dangerous and dirty job. That's why with Gutter Helmet, you'll never clean your gutters again. Water goes in your gutters while trash and debris go on the ground. It won't collect like filters do. Gutter Helmet protects. Call now for 10% off and a free gutter cleaning and tune-up with your purchase of Gutter Helmet. Call 904-762-7779.
What's happening, sports bettors? It's your boy E2T with MyBookie, and I hope everyone had a profitable betting regular season bet with MyBookie. The college playoffs march is on. Notre Dame is favored by 1.5, favored over Penn State Thursday night. The over-under for the game at MyBookie is 47 points. This matchup suggests a relatively close contest, and we know anything can happen. We're taking a look at betting the over here on points total. Friday night, Ohio State is the favorite team by 6 points against Texas. The over-under here is at 53.5 points, indicating expectation for a somewhat high-scoring game. Ohio State's lead in the spread might reflect confidence in the performance, and also is likely to be where the public is putting their money. But that 6 points is enough for Texas to cover the spread. So we're looking at going against the public and taking Texas in the points. If you haven't yet, sign up with MyBookie, and we still giving that 50% deposit bonus. That's half your money back on your very first deposit up to $1,000. That promo code is 1010XL. So bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Get this thing unwrapped here. Duval!
Surprise!
Pross, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, Dan. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Dailies Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, like me. I'm sure there's a Dailies Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course,
oven roasted beef, monster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it," and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Dailies Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Dailies Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Take a radio boat ride with Captain Cabot on the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show. Reeled in by the Pest Pros at Royal Pest Services and awaken 180 weight loss.
Thursday nights at 6
on 1010XL AM, home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
The Florida Forum welcomes New York Times bestselling author Deepak Chopra, moderated by Shad Khan, January 15th. Funds raised for a Kids Care Mobile ICU, a neonatal and pediatric critical care transport vehicle. Kids Care vehicles and helicopters safely transport more than 2,200 infants and children a year to Wolfson Children's Hospital. To get your tickets, call 202-2886 or click thefloridaforum.com.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just a job, but an experienced, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
When my wrist pain was acting up and I needed help, I took Dan Hicken's advice and headed over to see the experts at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. This is Stuart Moore with the PGA Tour. I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. Whenever you have a need, they took great care of me. They'll take great care of you.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy. The next time you need orthopedic care, you can rely on our team at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's contestant, a professional stamp licker from Jacksonville, Florida, meet Martin Celery.
Oh, gosh. I can't wait to play, Bob.
Well, let's move things along. Tell him what he's won, Johnny.
Wait, but
That's right, Marty. At Bueller Air and Plumbing, we've stocked up on the remaining inventory of low-cost 2024 model air conditioners. So you win. We're passing the savings on to you.
Can I answer a question first?
We need to make room for the 25s, so we're offering great deals on AC replacements while supplies last.
Could I spin the wheel at least? I've been practicing for a year.
With last-minute deals like this, there's no question that you are cool.
What do I tell my kids?
There you go. Have a souvenir t-shirt.
Thanks.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Lone Pronto. Tuesday night, the Gator men's basketball team utterly dismantled top-ranked Tennessee for the program's first-ever regular season home win over a #1 team. Ball security and rebounding was the key for head coach Todd Golden.
So we thought if we just took care of the ball and put pressure on them on the offensive glass, we would provide ourselves enough opportunities to score, and that was really the difference.
One of the big stars for the Gators in the victory over Tennessee was Denzel Aberdeen, who is embracing his role of bringing offense offense off the bench.
I'm just looking to be aggressive, attack, get some foul calls, and then just be ready to catch and shoot.
On Tuesday, Florida Gator quarterback Graham Mertz announced that he would declare for the 2025 NFL Draft. He made his announcement via social media, expressing gratitude to the Gators. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
At 7:01, it's 33 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
Thank you so much. We are back. Woo! Yeah.
Bringing the funk this morning.
Oh, smooth. Yeah. Ashford and Simpson.
A lot of music going on today on the show.
I love this tune. Ashford and Simpson?
No.
He tried. He's smirking at himself. No one caught it. I wouldn't catch it. I don't know who sings anything.
Bone Crusher?
Bone Crusher. I knew it wasn't Bone Crusher.
Patti LaBelle?
Close. You're not going to get it, bro.
What do I got?
Cheryl Lynn.
Yes.
Paul's sister.
Cheryl Lynn. Fred Lynn's daughter.
Paul Lynn's sister.
Distant cousin of Jeremy Lynn.
Yes, Jeremy Lynn.
Former Nick, great.
Jeremy Lynn. Boy, that was
sanity.
Boy, that was a hot cup of coffee, wasn't it?
Oh man,
that guy was the whole world for like 3 weeks.
He got a documentary.
Did he? Good for him.
Oh yeah.
Good to see it. College, please, for Jeremy Lynn.
Harvard.
Bingo.
Would believe the Jeremy Lynn parlayed that into a nice little contract, made some cash money. I guess they just figured him out.
Yeah.
Go to his left or something.
Right. They found the metaphor. They got one poor sap fired.
But he was hot.
Yeah, he was.
Man, he unloaded on the Lakers at the Garden one night. It was great. Yeah, about a little 2-week run there where
I guess as basketball games go in the regular season in the NBA, especially if you're just sick of that game always being some brand name or superstar, Cleveland, Oklahoma City could stoke you tonight.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, those two teams each have, I think, won double-digit games. They're the two best teams in each league. They've got. I tell you what, man, here's the one thing about the league. If you catch a guy healthy and hot, he can make you think he's a top 5 player. Like, not everyone, but there's certain guys. You know who's like that? That Donovan Mitchell.
Yep.
When he's right, when he's hot, when he's on, when he's carrying a team, he looks like a top 5. He looks like Dwayne Wade.
I gotta blow a whistle right now.
All right.
Blow a whistle here.
They don't play?
No, we're not.
Oh. Where we
starting
going?
Dan time with NBA.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean,
that's fair.
And not even mentioning what.
I don't know how we got there.
Stop it.
Yeah, I don't know how we got there.
It was Linsanity.
Time out.
That's what it was. Linsanity.
Let us there.
Yeah, you did that. Yeah.
Time out.
Yeah,
that was E threw it. He said he's related to Cheryl Lynn.
Yeah.
Distant cousin. My bad.
Yeah, that's fair. But I went way too far.
I'm sorry, Jacksonville. I apologize.
Yeah, that's on me.
This is not part of the new and improved drill.
Not at all.
No.
Wow.
Yeah, no. This is like 19. We just gave you some 1988 Sports Talk Radio.
Yeah,
right to the NBA. Big game.
I mean, as producer of the show, as the gatekeeper, as the caretaker, you got to hit a button and stop this.
I ain't gonna lie. I let the host just do their thing.
No, not when it's this bad. Oh my God, we got 8 candidates we got to go over for an NFL coaching job right here in Jacksonville. And we're talking about Donovan Mitchell in a showdown with the Thunder and Cavs tonight. My God, I apologize.
Now you just went another 4 minutes. You made it even worse.
Oh, woof. Woof. Color me meh when I see some of the names on the list. The guy I want, I still don't know if he's going to interview. I hope he does.
Yeah,
that
because
would be Ben Johnson.
We don't know if they're accepting these requests.
Correct. I'm intrigued by a couple.
Is there someone you wish was on there that's not?
Well, Vrabel's not on there, but he might be.
Okay.
Because you don't have to,
Make it official. You don't have to ask anyone, yeah.
So, I don't know.
Is Todd Monken's name not mentioned enough? They've got the number one offense in the league. He's done.
Yeah.
Is that just all right in the Lamar effect?
I don't know. So, see, my worry about these guys, long-time assistant. He's a long-time assistant.
Yeah. He was here. You remember. He was here 2 or 3 years.
Yeah. Good guy.
Yeah.
You know, my worry about.
I guess he had probably Garrard. Probably Dave would be a good one to talk to about him.
Yeah.
Passing game coordinator here then.
I just don't get that excited about those guys.
I just don't know who I'm.
It's like
those are all the names we heard. I guess
Yeah.
Excitement would be too strong a word, but
like I said yesterday, I don't think we said it on the air, but we were talking about it. Does Baker Mayfield make Liam Cohn, or does Liam Cohn make Baker Mayfield? You know what I mean?
I don't think it's like one or the other, totally. But did Ben Johnson is getting credit for making Jared Goff better?
Yeah, but he's been there for a while, and he's nurtured and
I don't. But hold on now.
Liam Cohn's got 1 year with Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, Cohn doesn't. It's not I give him no credit for developing Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield had this year last year. He's done it 2 years in a row.
That's
What
what
I
I'm
give him
saying.
credit for is moving the chess pieces and getting the offense up and down the field and scoring points.
Yeah.
I think I think we talked about that with Denny. It's not so much about what the playbook is. They all have similar playbooks. It's reading the defense and attacking the weaknesses and catching them by surprise.
Whenever you hire a coordinator, you're hiring him to do a different job. It's the damnedest thing in the NFL.
They shouldn't.
When you hire a coordinator, and, we want to know, one thing we want to know, are you going to call plays? And because we're scarred here, the answer should probably be yes off the rip.
A couple of these guys for sure. That's why we're bringing you in, because you won't accept an offensive coordinator's job.
Like I'm intrigued by Joe Brady, what he did with LSU, and then he got fired in Carolina when he had average guys. And then he got Josh Allen, and all of a sudden, look at this guy.
I don't want to speak out of turn.
Yeah.
But wasn't Brady the one that was there for the Darnold Mayfield year?
It might have been.
In which case, big fail.
Yeah.
Big red flag because those guys have been good.
I'm pretty sure they all have them.
Sure. Yeah.
Why would you interview Las Vegas' Patrick Graham?
I don't know he's the only one that's kind of, you haven't heard a bunch about.
Yeah. And then like Aaron Glenn is intriguing. Freddie T gave an endorsement. I hear a lot of good things about Aaron Glenn. So much so, and he's been around long enough, you feel like he might be the most ready to be a head coach of all these guys. I'm like, if I'm not going to get Ben Johnson, go get me Aaron Glenn.
And let him
and Robert
pick the
Saleh,
offense.
I'm okay with, but he's already had a chance and he didn't do well, and we made fun of him all the time.
I will say this, and I want to do this exercise later. We can do it when Murph is here, even. But look, I'm resigned to this point. Look, it is what it is. Let's go get a coach and can turn this thing around, right? I mean, as part of that, I mean, we know what we have here. Like, we know who's under contract, what they could bring back. So and when I do that, the issues are way more on defense. They're way more on defense. I think the roster that they have on offense, again, healthy and at full, full staff, is more capable of being a playoff team than that.
The problem is the most important thing, even though the defense was putrid this year, arguably, I guess it's the second worst.
I'm going by a new guy using what he has here. That's what I mean.
But
the pieces.
The most important thing is getting Trevor right. That's the most important thing going forward. And whoever interviews got to have a plan.
Well, and by the way, that a big part of that is playing to a guy's strengths. It doesn't mean you got to change him or send him to a therapist or rebuild his throwing motion or mechanics or anything else. It's fine getting in a groove with the guy, something they never got in.
Let's groove tonight
with Press Taylor and Doug Peterson.
Share the spice of life. Thank you, E. Dreamfinders Homes poll question today. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of your Jacksonville Jaguars, the PGA Tour, and the Florida Gators. And right now offering an amazing 4.99% fixed interest rate, 15 different locations in the area. Lock down this rate and get in the game. Visit DreamFindersHomes.com for sales event information. I give you 4 of the 8. excluding Ben Johnson because I don't think he's going to interview. But if he does, he does. And he would be my guy. And I think he would be everybody else's guy, or most everybody else's. Who would you like to be the next coach? I give you Liam Cohn, Aaron Glenn, Joe Brady, Robert Saleh.
I would take Aaron Glenn of that group.
Aaron Glenn of that group.
Mm-hmm.
E?
Based on the endorsement that Fred gave us yesterday, I'm also going with Jeff Aaron Glenn. I need whatever juju they got in Detroit.
Why, E? Quick question. Why do you go with Fred and not with what I said?
I like Fred more than you.
Apparently.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
It's obvious. It just became clear.
We still ride together, my boy.
Oh man, I think I get kicked out for Freddie T.
Well, you kicked me out for JP and Miss Nancy the other day.
Who?
Whenever y'all went out of town.
I was out of town?
Yeah, whenever y'all went out of town.
Me and Mrs. P?
Yeah.
We kicked you out?
Yeah, y'all kicked me out because they was in the back seat. I wasn't in the back seat.
You weren't?
No.
Oh, he's talking about when we were out to the bald-headed woman reference. Yeah, he used his way. You're not going to follow along with it. When BWR said, hey, bald-headed woman, that story.
I'll let it slide.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if there's any sliding, but that's what we were talking about.
I'll allow it. Liam Cohn, 33% with over 1,000 votes. Aaron Glenn, 30%.
They want offense.
Joe Brady, 25%. Robert Saleh, 12%. We still have 3
I would
hours.
rather have it's a fun exercise to rank them.
Mm-hmm.
Like Salah would be Brady's last for me. I don't want Joe Brady.
You don't want Joe Brady?
I don't.
I'd rather have Joe Brady than Liam Cohn. I think Joe Brady's done more.
I'd rather go with the unknown
Okay.
Cohn in the background. I like the McVay. It doesn't always work. I like whatever concepts they're stealing from McVay as they go out into the world. They're working in other places, right?
Well, he got concepted right out of L.A.
Oh, nonetheless.
I don't think.
Tampa's, listen, that's all fair. I get it. I mean, we can find a negative or positive in all of them, like you said.
But that's what you found a negative on Joe Brady.
The Bucs have a top 5 offense.
Okay, one
the
year.
Bills don't.
1 year. I see more accomplishments from Joe Brady than I do from Liam.
I don't know what the Rams' offense was the year he was OC there. I don't know. I haven't looked.
Well, I get the feeling like if he was there for 1 year, and I think he was asked to leave.
Yeah, I don't know.
But again, we got to dig deeper on all that stuff. And you're right. Everybody's going to have warts. There's no question about it.
And Tony is. I mean, it was made fun of because it's in the context of appearing to back Balky. But Tony's right on one thing. Nobody of these are sure things. If they were, then. Oh, gosh. Josh McDaniels would be, coaching somebody in the Super Bowl this week.
Oh, man.
But sometimes the coordinators do work. Shanahan worked. A lot of them work.
Sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't.
I mean, McVay worked. I mean, you look at some of the best coaches, and they were assistants. They were coordinators.
Jacksonville, you can take comfort in knowing that.
O'Connell. Almost all of them. These young former coordinators, and they're working.
Jacksonville, you can take comfort in knowing that we'll blow it. Because that's what we do, because that's what we've been.
That's another story.
And we saw evidence yesterday. I hate to say this, but as of right now, we're like this team. We're sort of a loser franchise. And the Raiders showed their loserness yesterday by, I don't care.
You don't
can fire.
Pierce out.
First off, one and dones are weak, okay? Yeah. And it's weak with the Patriots, and it's weak.
You know
with
what else is? It's also weak to get enamored by your interim's 8-game stint, making a big decision on that.
Right.
This guy, Mark Davis, is a clown.
He's a clown. And so they will continue. I saw this. The Raiders have had more head coaches than anybody else since 2000. Like 12 head coaches. Next team's 9. Okay, so
I saw that too.
So the Raiders.
They're one of the long playoff winning droughts.
I mean, you want to know why teams are good?
They haven't won a playoff game since 2002.
Gee whiz, man. It's just so frustrating.
Antonio Pierce wouldn't be a bad piece of a defensive staff somewhere.
All right, we got trivia to do. Lots to talk about. Great win by the Gators last night.
Most impressive regular season win in program history.
Says you.
Says there's no other argument.
Wow. Look at you.
Yeah. Well, they've never beaten.
I didn't read that anywhere. Is that true?
Well, they've never beaten a number one. They've never beaten a number 1 team in regular season in history. That makes it true. That's right. So if it's the highest ranked team you've ever beaten in your team's history, it makes it the most impressive regular season win.
You don't think beating a Kansas or a Duke or when they're in the top 5 isn't as impressive?
No. Well, I missed those beating Kansas and Duke in the top 5 games, by the way.
All right.
I'm just saying. Yeah, we beat them in the tournament, but we played them tough a couple times.
I watched us beat Kansas at the O-Dome years ago. Patrick was there.
Embiid hurt himself.
Yeah. All right, so we got trivia coming up. Let's get. I've missed Johnny. I've missed him so.
And by the way, a number 1 team hadn't lost by 30 since 1968. There's also that.
Yeah.
To put in the impressive column.
It was a night. Tennessee just couldn't make a shot, so it's just one of them deals. But it was a great win for Florida, that's for sure. And it was a lot of controversy down there with the students and Strickland. They all hate Strickland down there.
What do you mean? What happened?
The students, it's on break, and when they're on break, I guess Strickland kicks the students out of the student section when they're on break because they aren't usually there. Well, you're playing a great team, so guess who came and got in line for 8 hours? The students, and guess what? They kicked them out and moved. They let other people.
They didn't tell anyone? Like the students didn't know? They just assumed they'd be going in?
They got in, but they were like in the upper deck and all. They were all ticked. So good controversial. I don't know enough about it, but I know that on Twitter they were ticked. So let's do this. Let's get Johnny in here. We'll do that next. There's a lot more to talk about, though, on this Hump Day Wednesday. Murph will be along as well. The Murphy Power brought to by TP Partners. So we got a good show today for you planned on the new and improved drill here in
It's a
2025.
Beatrice Plumbing Wednesday on 1010XL.
This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
The Jags locked into that 25 schedule. They do have a third-place schedule, but, there are some tough games and there are some long trips. Not only are they going to London, that we know. We also know they're going to Vegas again. They're going to San Francisco. They're going to Arizona. They're going to Denver. So frequent flyer miles next year for this Jacksonville Jaguars football team going forward. They also get the third-place schedule, and that unfortunately includes like the Cincinnati Bengals instead of the Cleveland Browns, but it does include the New York Jets as well. So we'll see going forward. They do have the NFC West next year, which is not an easy division to play either. And that's your Duval Minutes brought to you by our friends at Lift Power. Always on the lookout for lift truck and dock and door technicians in our Jacksonville area. The benefits are incredible. 401k, company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. Woo! Come see why Lift Power annually is voted one of the best places to work in Jacksonville. It's rapidly growing. It's been in the area for more than 50 years. It's family-owned and operated. Don't let this opportunity slip by. Learn more by visiting liftpower.com. That's liftpower.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Play-by-play just makes everyday life better.
I did not see this one coming.
Get the most play-by-play on 1010XL, Jacksonville's play-by-play sports radio.
It's playoff time, and it's now or never. Don't miss out on the last few weeks of football action with Prize Picks, the best place to win cash while watching the playoffs. For more than 10 million members and billions of dollars in award winnings. Prize Picks have made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. The app's so simple. Pick 2 or more players across any sport. Pick more or less on the projection. You can win lots of money. Prize Picks offers MasterCard for quick and easy deposits in your accounts this sports season. Join Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code JAX, get $50 instantly when you play 5. That's code JAX on Prize Picks. They give you $50. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It is guaranteed. Prize Picks, man, run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
This is Tony Baselli, Pro Football Hall of Famer. I was known for protecting our quarterback. These days, I'm extending that protection to a different arena, your home. I have partnered with Heritage Roofing of North Florida, your premier local roofers with over 25 years of experience. Heritage is your go-to roofer for hurricane preparation with same-day inspections and estimates. They also work with all insurance companies. Let Heritage Roofing of North Florida safeguard your home and family. Visit heritagenfl.com for your free estimate today.
State license CCC 1335410.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Duval
Coke Florida congratulates the Jacksonville Jaguars on a great 2024 season. As the local Coca-Cola bottler celebrating 10 years of business, Coke Florida is proud to be the Jags' official beverage partner. From the season kickoff to the final touchdown, Coke Florida's 5,000 associates and passionate fans have cheered on the Jags all season long. Coke Florida and the Jags tackle game day with great taste.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods. Dandy subs and sandwiches. Look, we always want you to think about those great options as you're driving around Duval. But the beauty is, even as I'm dropping pounds, Dandy's got great options for me as well. Told you all about their protein packs, delicious salads that they have out there. They have fruit cups for on the go. You know what they have. Veggie snack trays. You can grab those on the go as well. Perfect, healthy snack. Dandy is the name to know when you're on the go. So stop into a Gate store anywhere around Duval and make yours a dandy. And do it today.
Hacker here, and for the first time in nearly 20 years, I finally get to have a different resolution. Like most of you, mine was always to lose weight. I'd try something for a few weeks, maybe lose a pound or two, and then give up. Well, I tried. Starting the new year with Awaken 180 isn't a try. It's a sure thing. And why will you stick with it? Because instead of a pound or two, you'll see results right out of the gate. We all need motivation. After my first 3 weeks with Awaken 180, I was already down 30 pounds. Granted, I had a lot of weight to lose, but look at Dempsey, look at Matt Hayes. Those guys had results out of the gate too. Dempsey dropped 9 pounds his first week, Matt dropped 12 pounds. Regardless of the weight you need to drop, seeing those fast results will motivate you to reach your goal. Guys, girls, losing weight regardless of how many times you've tried is possible with Awaken 180. Make the sure bet and make 2025 the last time losing weight is your New Year's resolution. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
When they were little, the other girls played with dolls.
Aww.
They played with footballs.
Who's that? Yes, it's us.
Helmets and heels.
From the First Coast Lighting Studios at 1010XL.
Weekdays noon to 2.
Some girls have all the fun.
Epic offers. Factory direct pricing on AC equipment from Epic Cool Heating and Air. Call 904-859-EPIC. Epic discounts for military, police, first responders, and 1010 listeners like you. Epic Cool Heating and Air.
Hey, Hicken here with a message from Zero Res. Guess what? We love rugs. We'll treat your fine Oriental rugs with tender, loving care they deserve. How about Gerard, the Zero Res rug cleaning manager, one of the few certified master rug cleaners in the state of Florida? If you want your rugs cleaned with tender, loving care, call Zero Res. Right now, have one rug washed, and we'll wash the second rug free. That's right, buy one, the second one on me. Zero Res, spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
I'm Chris Campione. In a world of big box law firms with satellite offices, there's something special about having a local legal team that cares about you and your community. We're not just lawyers, we're your neighbors. We understand the unique challenges facing the Jacksonville community because we live here too. At Campione Law, Campione Cares isn't just a tagline, it's our commitment to you. Campione Law, your trusted lawyers after an accident. CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione. Campione Law.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, Get Smart John, driven by Jenkins Hyundai of Jacksonville. Before you buy, give us a try. JenkinsHyundaiofJacksonville.com.
It's like reunion time around here. You know them, you love them. Been a minute. It's a reunion time. It's Get Smart John, TriviaNation.com's own. Nobody better. Voted 18-time now. Most popular trivia show host on the First Coast.
Impressive leisure.
Yeah. Congratulations, John.
Wow, thank you. And Happy New Year, Guggen.
You too, my friend.
By the way, do you know what 2025 represents for all of us here participating with the show?
Yes. It marks our
25th anniversary.
25th anniversary.
Actually, our 20th.
20th anniversary.
Close enough.
But you're close enough. By the way, I have to ask the question because many Googans were asking last night if you guys will be participating in the Super Bowl Eve trivia contest again.
Give me a date.
night before Super Bowl.
Okay.
That Saturday night before the Super Bowl. So
we'll take it under advisement.
Under consideration.
We'll run it through.
It's not a no.
Yeah, it's not a no. It's not a yes. We'll run it through the leadership
We got to
council.
go. Well, we got it. We in our group we have different positions, and E is in charge of all things party. So he'll be heading up that Saturday night party planning for us. So he'll let you know.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And let me just say, indulge me for just a moment, that this has been a magical season, obviously, with Jaden Daniels, and still working on getting a ticket to go to the playoff game.
Oh.
And but anyway, yeah, it's awesome. You want to know what person is probably just totally crying in his beer right now? Would be one Daniel Snyder.
Yeah.
You got to know
That's a
he's
good
hating
point.
that. All right. And shout out to members of the Jacks Beach Redskins Commanders Club, Marty Bridges and Brian Lynch. So
Yeah, shout out Marty.
The support, yes.
Let me shout out a day late dollar short. This is how you fall out of favor with the in-laws. My son-in-law is an awesome young man. It was his birthday yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Probably should have
Happy
said
birthday,
it.
Carlos.
Probably should have said it yesterday.
Yes.
But it skipped my mind. We did have a big fiesta, as it were, at the home last night.
Wonderful.
At the Casa.
No.
There we go.
Outstanding. Did you
All right.
Did you habla español or did you?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little here and there.
Did you curse?
With you, Lema.
Curse.
La madrina. You know what that means?
Un caso
You know what a madrina is?
Madrina is a drink.
Yeah. That's a mother-in-law.
Hey, la madrina.
So culturally insensitive.
No, don't do this.
So insensitive.
I mean, hey.
I don't know how you didn't get canceled.
I got to
Canta y no llores.
Oh, and Dan saw Drew Monday.
There you go. This is a regular thing now. That's no longer considered a shout-out. This is like 3 weeks
Shout
in a
out,
row.
Drew.
Well, yes, that's right. He was kind of MIA there for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No, but this was actually at a watering hole where we go watch the game.
Oh.
Oh, you saw him in the streets.
In the streets,
Yes.
different.
Yes. Correct.
Street life.
Streets of fire.
All right. So
Do you have a
let's get
question?
started.
All right.
I do have a question. Yes, we had to make up for lost time.
Yes, we did.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Sitcoms.
Central Perk is a recurring setting of what sitcom that ran from 1994 to 2004?
Friends.
Yes. By the way, Dan, you were talking about Ashford and Simpson. Their most famous song?
Reunited and It Feels So Good. Or is that Peaches and Herb?
That's Peaches and Herb.
That's Peaches and Herb.
Yeah. Herb, not herb.
I don't know. Depends on what night show you saw.
That's right. I don't know.
Ashford and Simpson. You do. Solid. Solid as a rock.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. There you go. Very good. Yes.
Very good. I got a very good out of that. Sweet.
You did. Yeah. Well, that's 40 years old probably.
Yeah. Well, you might be right. That's scary.
Technology.
Technology.
Better known by better known by the two-letter acronym based on its founders' names. What computer and printer giant was founded in 1939 in Palo Alto, California?
Probably be HP, wouldn't it? Hewlett Packard.
I like that.
I like that.
Right? HP.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct. Movies. Who directed the 1972 film The Godfather?
Was that Coppola?
Coppola.
Francis Ford Coppola?
Yes. E, have you seen The Godfather?
No.
No, man.
Is Francis Ford Coppola, that's Nicolas Cage's dad?
No.
Or uncle? Or
Francis Ford Coppola is his uncle. Yeah.
Okay. Is Nicolas Cage's last name Coppola, though, isn't it? Yeah.
It used to be. In fact,
is it a good idea to change it off for the famous uncle? I guess it worked out.
Right. In fact,
credit.
you know, he had a bit part in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and if you look at the credits, his name was Nicholas Coppola.
Okay.
Yes, it was.
Yes. Music.
Wasn't quite good enough to get in that Godfather series, though. Could put him in a little kid trying to hawk some olives over there or something.
Yeah, that's a good point. Appetite for Destruction.
Oh,
was
that's
the
what Dan
debut
has.
album for what rock band?
Oof. I mean, I don't, Dan, you're the rocker. You know, you used to headbang.
Heavy metal stuff.
I don't, you know what? This
one of those
we can
guys.
guess and miss. If we get like a year, we might get what is it again? What's the name of the?
Appetite for Destruction was the debut album for what rock band?
I mean, like, could it be Kiss?
No,
it's definitely not. It's
more
after
of
that. It's more like Quiet Riot or one of those types of Metallica.
Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses. Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
Wow.
Headbanger over there.
So something happened on the old
Mosh
Pie
pit.
Cap House going on with some,
Mosh pit.
some debut of that one. Probably about when it came out, I bet. There you go. It's researched.
Let's look.
Yeah, that was good.
A lot of sweat and bushy hair at those parties.
Bud Light. Natty Light.
In the news.
Welcome to the jungle.
It was from that album? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Sweet Child of Mine.
Yeah, the very, what was that, like 86 maybe?
87 maybe?
Yeah. That was after
I'm
me.
not sure. You're right around there, though.
Yeah.
NASA's Parker probe became the fastest human-made object, traveling at a speed of 430,000 miles per hour on a mission to touch what celestial object?
Oh, that's recent, right?
Yes.
It's the sun. They just sent one to the
Correct.
sun, right?
Wow.
Yes.
Did they put Trent Baalke on it?
No, but they put that picture from Atlanta. He was in it.
Yeah. Cahill? Is that who it was? Can't even remember. I've shot a few to the sun through the years.
Beef would shoot him to the sun.
Yeah. There's some worth shooting.
Science.
What metal alloy will you create by mixing copper and zinc?
Copper and zinc gives you the metal.
Is that not aluminum?
Yeah, why not?
Aluminum. I guess that's a no. We got our first miss.
Right.
Oh, no. First miss of the new and
I
improved
wanted
drill.
to say tin, but I'm afraid that's its own metal.
Rin Tin Tin.
Is tin its own metal?
Copper and who?
Tin, like tin. Is
Zinc.
tin?
No,
Yeah,
it's
copper and zinc is what he
zinc?
went with. Yeah. Tylenol. The answer
I
is
don't know.
Tylenol.
I have no idea. Go with aluminum.
We're going to go
We
with
went
aluminum.
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 Aluminum. Aluminum.
What?
Brass.
Brass. Okay.
You should know that because you have brass balls.
What in the world?
Bro, it's 7:33.
Wow. I didn't know it was 9 o'clock yet.
Goodness.
Goodness, he says. Sweet mercy.
Hey, let me ask you guys a quick question.
Yeah.
If available and would come, would you want Cliff Kingsbury as your head coach?
I wouldn't. But
Okay.
But
Well, just
I
great.
wouldn't say, oh God, no. You
Yeah,
know.
I'd be open to it, I
Yeah.
guess, but
Yeah.
there's nothing special.
Mm-hmm.
What happened with him in Arizona, Dan? Did he even go 9-7 one year? I mean,
Yeah.
I felt like they were okay, but not.
They're okay.
Was he the coach when they got off to the fast start here a couple years ago? Or
Yeah.
he was gone by then. He was still there then.
Yes.
The year that
And
Kyler was going to win the
second half,
MVP.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
exactly.
when he was at his high.
And then they went jag and missed the playoffs that year, or went and lost the first game.
Call of Duty had came out or something.
Right.
Yes.
What was his record as a head coach? Was he over 500 or
Didn't
no?
the guy date the chick, what's her name?
Oh yeah, the
I gotta.
Horry Saunders, Holly Saunders.
Yeah, I gotta. He was 28-37 in the NFL. And he was 35-40 at Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Do I want him?
No. That's yeah. No matter what your scheme is, your brain trust as a leader of football teams, you're under 500 with a lot of years under your belt. No.
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna take it
We're
back.
not a team where we can discover magic either. We're cursed. We need a superhero
You
to
gotta
come
break
in
the
here.
hex.
Yeah, we need a guy that's is not allergic to kryptonite because we're in a deep, dark curse.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned it earlier, kind of like North Turner. Yeah, he's doing great as a coordinator. Maybe.
Yeah,
that's
these
where
coordinator.
he's
Look,
deserved.
I'll just say this: who was the hottest guy to get? You speaking of Joe Brady and why you might not want him? Brian Daboll. He's the one that fixed Josh Allen, if y'all remember.
Yeah.
You know, Josh Allen was coming along. Brian Daboll made him a star.
I like Brian Daboll. I
Yeah,
think
exactly.
he's a better coach than he gets credit. He
Well,
doesn't have any players.
yeah.
It's not his fault. It's the GM's fault up
Well,
there,
okay.
in my opinion.
But at the bottom line business of wins and losses, he's been terrible.
All right, we got trivia.
Okay. Yep.
Hell we talking?
Yeah, sure.
Cliff
Audio clue.
Kingsbury.
Yeah, audio clue.
Yeah.
All right, good. I like audio.
supposed to know who sings this?
Yes. Number one hit.
Now, Dan, is this the Pet Shop Boys? Could it be? Could it be the Pet Shop Boys singing West End Girl?
You might be right. I don't know. That's a good pull, though. If you got it, go with it. Because
I have no idea, dude. You know me. I'm not
but you're.
Just I don't know why that popped into my head.
Yeah, so run with it.
Pet Shop Boys.
Don't be afraid.
Very good.
Wow.
Heck yeah.
My dog pulled that one.
That was a pull.
Really good. 1986. Yes. That was, yes.
Not proud.
By the way, a big miss so far, Johnny, in music today. And I don't know if you should have had about 3 or 4 questions prepared.
Peter, Paul, and Mary?
No, bigger than that.
Oh.
Today's the King's. Today's, according to my buddy, shout out Sport, today's the King's birthday, 90 years old. Elvis.
Wow.
Elvis Presley.
That's right, 1935. He was born in 35. Wow. And he was 42 when he died. How was that?
90.
It's going to be kind of a somber birthday party.
Well, King would have been 90 today.
Maybe he is.
I wonder if he would have been rocking if he was still alive, like Frankie Valli. Frankie Valli's up there singing. Why not Elvis?
I don't like those guys singing at 90. It's not a good look.
It's not a good look.
Remember when Frank Sinatra came here? He wasn't even 90.
Well, I will say.
Couldn't read the teleprompter. You were there, John? I wasn't there, but I heard it was really uncomfortable.
I will say, though, that, like, in their 70s, Billy Joel.
Some of them bring it. Yeah,
great,
sure. Yeah, I've seen a bunch of
Eagles were terrific.
The Who was good. I saw The Who. They're 100.
So, yeah.
I've seen a bunch of them.
Well, since my baby left me, well, I found a new place to dwell. Well, it's down at the
They
end.
just brought it. My man's wiggling right now, too, E. You think your boy got any? Huh?
Yeah.
Elvis slithering through the town next to you.
Come
Good
on,
luck.
E.
That afternoon delight was on deck for Buddy.
He gonna put you to shame.
Here's the thing about Elvis too, E, that unless you grew up in the times you don't remember. But he very quickly became like a cinema star. There were all these Elvis movies, right? Like there was an Elvis movie every 6 months, it felt like.
Horrible movies.
And they were terrible, but they were popular, and they just kept
They
pulling
were
them
very
out there.
popular.
And he would sing these songs. A lot of them were in the soundtracks for his movies. I'd never seen an Elvis movie, John. Did they fashion the movies around the songs, or did they incorporate the songs into
It's
the movies?
always like in the military in those
It
movies.
feels like it, doesn't it? Or on a beach somewhere.
But every single one of them had the same premise. Boy gets girl, boy loses girl, boy gets girl back.
Yeah. I haven't seen an Elvis movie. I just know they were on all the time in my granny's living room.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I watched them as a kid. Sure, they were all entertaining. Of course, we were young, but they were good to me. Speaking of Elvis, let's give you music.
Manilow!
Name one of the two women to have achieved more than 10 number one albums in the United States.
One of two women, 10 number one albums.
In the U.S.
Well, you can't.
Man.
Songs is
Songs is one thing.
I can
Albums
do.
is different.
Albums is a lot. Like has
Beyonce-
Queen Bee been around long enough to do that?
How?
What about like Taylor Swift? Or
She ain't been around that long.
Don't we always learn that Rihanna has as much as Beyonce, if not more?
Yeah, but I don't know if they got up there at 10.
They still do albums?
Yeah, they do.
Still a thing?
Yeah.
I mean, they don't call them albums.
Yeah.
Were there any
What about
women in-
Mariah? No, it's just the songs. It's not enough
That's what I'm
albums.
thinking.
What about Dolly? Did she have 10 number one albums?
She spans a long time. Were there any women in the Beatles?
What about Madonna?
Madonna's not.
I mean,
she had a lot of
a
them.
long time. She reinvented herself a couple of times. How many? What's the exact question? I'm sorry, John. 10 what now?
10 number one albums.
10 number one albums in the U.S.
One albums. 10 of them, dude.
And there were two.
Two women.
Yeah, only two women have done it. Have we said the? No, let's don't ask for him.
I always think of. I know I hate to say this, but I always think, if for some reason it sticks in my head I just don't know the albums though. But Streisand had a lot. She's been around forever. So
yeah, I don't know. It's just a lot. 10 albums, man, is a lot.
It is.
Madonna. Let's go with Madonna.
Taylor Swift.
That is Taylor.
And Barbara Streisand.
Streisand, you had it.
Son of
Good
a
for
gun.
you.
Taylor got
We
10?
should have said Taylor. I knew she did. My daughter's
She's
going
so
to kill
young.
me. Bro, my daughter's been listening to her since she was 13.
Wow,
She's
right.
27 years
Oh,
old.
Cranks them
man.
out.
She puts them out every year. That was a layup.
Yeah, that was
Dang.
bad.
Oh, man, that's
and
a layup.
And contextually,
I'm going to catch hell for this one. There's no doubt. My son-in-law's already texting her.
Probably.
31 Elvis movies, by the way.
30, yeah, see?
Love Me Tender,
Wow.
Jailhouse
31.
Rock.
Would you
Yeah.
have guessed that? Can you imagine? That's like the
Wow.
to be honest with you, Elvis was more a movie star than a hit when I was a kid
Right.
because
Me
Elvis
too.
died when I was 5 or 6.
Johnny, there was you may remember this. I think it was on ABC. Didn't they have like an afternoon movie like at 4:30 all the time?
The after-school specials?
Not the after school specials, but they had like I could have sworn ABC and this would have been the early 70s, to be my guess. It'd be like 4:30 in the afternoon, and they'd run a movie every day. And I don't know what they called it. I just remember that. And that's where I saw the Elvis movies, if I remember correctly. But I'll have to look it up.
Well, it had to be early when I watched them, so that could very well be the case. Wow. Sports. Which NHL team won 4 consecutive Stanley Cups in the early 1980s?
Island Girls.
Yes.
Yes, in the 1970s, ABC's local owned and operated stations featured the 4:30 movie on weekday afternoons. This show consisted of daily screenings of old films. So, yeah, the 4:30 movie. That was the one. The afternoon movie on ABC. That's where I saw the Elvis movies, I think.
From the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures.
Mm-hmm.
My 12-year-old daughter just chuckled at the brass outburst.
Oh, sorry.
That's uncomfortable. Uh-huh.
My bad.
Boy, you're starting off 2025 with a bang.
Oh, dear. Oh, boy. Oh, no.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Literature. Who wrote the 1982 novel, The Color Purple?
We know that. That's, it's a lady.
Whoopi Goldberg. It's not the answer.
It's, I know it.
Oprah.
Stop.
I'm going to give if I can't give the author, I'm going to give the actors.
Everybody in the movie.
That's what a lot of people.
Oh, God. I know. All right, I'll take what are the initials, Johnny? I want to get it.
A.W.
Alice Walker.
Yes. I knew you knew it.
I knew it. I just couldn't.
Kind of like what Jeff said. You know, you knew the actor or the character that portrayed that particular person.
O.W. W.G.
Alcohol.
Vegetable.
Yeah.
Mineral.
Vegetable.
Why beer company is the oldest operating brewing company in the U.S., originating in Pennsylvania?
First you have to sort through the 17. The one wide brewery that there is. So you guys can get this, right? Give me a Y. Give me a beer that starts with Y. There's only one.
Oh, yeah. That's Yingling.
There you go. Yingling.
There you go. Very good.
Yingling had its spot, and then these IPAs and crap beers came along, and Yingling's like, hey, wait, man, we were kind of doing that.
Yes. Okay. So we have halftime. I want to see if you can get at least 2 of these, okay? So listen, okay. Kangaroo, bat, goat, and elephant, okay?
Kangaroo, bat, goat, and elephant.
Right.
Okay.
So identify their baby offspring as far as what they would be known as.
Kangaroo.
Like a baby kangaroo, baby bat,
and
baby goat.
Yeah, they have little Joeys, don't they?
Joey, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, kangaroo's Joey, correct.
Okay.
Very good.
Goats. Those
Goats
are the
have little peeps.
Kids?
Are they-
Kids. Yeah.
Yes,
Kids.
kid.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. That's
All
a
right.
2. So you want to try for the others?
Yeah, what are they? Bat and what?
Elephant has is it a calf, maybe?
It is a cow.
Yeah, calf.
Okay.
All right. And then a bat as a little
A little vampire. Has a little vampire. Yeah. No, bats have a baby bat. They have baby bats.
Baby bats.
Baby bat.
That's what the culture would call it.
That's
baby
what I
bat,
call it too.
Baby elephant, baby goat, baby kangaroo. Shoot.
Culture knows what a kid is, and it ain't no goat,
right?
Don't know.
A bat is you got bats in your belfry
anyway. So
have I heard it before?
You probably have. I honestly did not get this one.
Okay, what is it? I don't. Just tell me.
Pup.
Oh yeah, I almost said that. Doggone it! What a dodo!
Listen, you
got nothing to lose, man. I got house money. Say it, pup. All right, we got time for one more, Johnny.
Time for one more, Johnny.
World capitals.
World capitals.
Riga. That's Riga.
Riga.
Riga. Of which European country?
Yes, Jeff.
Yeah, that's like it's definitely like a Slovakian nation. It's
Let me handle this one, Jeff. It's
do you know what it is for sure?
It's home to 605,000 inhabitants. It's the beautiful country of Latvia. That's my guess.
Yeah, I don't.
No, I cheated. I looked it up. I don't have no idea what Riga is. Are you kidding me?
Is it Latvia?
Latvia.
Why did you cheat on the last question?
I admitted it. I didn't know it.
Why did you
ain't even give Jeff a chance.
I mean, I'm a blue question guy. I don't even get a chance. You just burst in with a Latvia.
We're out of time. We got to move on.
No, we shouldn't have taken
New and
it.
improved.
I
It's
don't know what's
dragging.
wrong
The show's
with you. See
dragging.
you later, John. See
Hi,
ya.
John.
Thanks, John.
Weird no you.
What in the world?
Dang.
This is the drill.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Happy New Year from everyone at Nimnik Buick GMC. Frank Frangie here. As we kick off 2025, there's no better time to find your next vehicle. Start the year strong with the best selection, unbeatable prices, and a team that's here to help you every step of the way. Because when it comes to putting you first, there's nobody but Nimnik. Remember, Nimnik Buick GMC has the largest inventory of GMC Sierras in Northeast Florida and Southeast Georgia. Shop 24/7 at NimnikBuickGMC.com or visit the showroom on Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
Hey, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have children, of course you want to take care of your family. So I'm here to talk about Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney, Matty is. But have you done your last will? Besides getting your assets to the people that you choose, planning also helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Matt Hinson's your guy. He's our guy. He'll listen. He'll help you with some tough decisions. He'll provide you the information needed so you are at ease with your choice. Hinson Law Firm. You got questions? Matt's got answers. Easy. 527-1700. 904-527-1700. The offices are in Jacksonville, Florida, gang. Something that needs to be done, something that has to be done. So get it done. And don't let the state decide your fate.
When the heat's on high or the chill is too much, who you gonna call? Cool Cats Heating and Cooling is locally owned and operated with a perfect touch. You'll keep your home just right, day or night. AC to heating, don't take a beating. Call the coolest cats in town. With a 5-star Google rating, they're your neighbors, ready to help. So get your paw of approval from Cool Cats Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town. CoolCatsJacks.com.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, Director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year, and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost are the books and the course fees. About $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org, and you can apply there.
Apply by May 15th.
15th.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, congratulating our Scholar Athlete of the Week, Aaron Hull, senior soccer player at Fletcher High. Aaron was the varsity captain of the soccer team and is a member of the National and Science Honor Societies. Congratulations, Aaron.
Mark Watson here to tell you a little bit about hardballcreative.com. It's your online promo haven with thousands of ideas on how to promote your company. We're open 24/7, 365.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
The team at Hidden Hills Golf Club invites you to book your next round of golf with us. At Hidden Hills, we love the game, and we'll provide you with a memorable golf experience at one of the most unique golf courses in North Florida. Check us out at hiddenhillsgc.com.
Brian Wall here. Would you take your paycheck, go to the bank, cash it, and then simply throw it up in the air? I didn't think so. But in a way, over the years, that is exactly what you're doing if you have old or builder-grade windows in your home. Even if you have a brand new home, those windows are not the best windows you can have to save on your energy bills. Window World has sold millions of replacement windows to homeowners like you, and Window World's customer satisfaction is the highest in the business. Please check Window World out yourself and save on your new windows and on your energy bills. Compare with other companies and you'll see Window World is simply the best for less. It's up to you. You can call Window World and get a free estimate, get the best guarantee in the window replacement business, save money on your new windows, and save more on your energy bills. Call Window World today at 904-443-7001 or go online to windowworldneflorida.com. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
This is Dr. Steve Crenshaw, Assistant Team Physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
NFL Network's Rich Eisen says it was the bottom line for Doug Peterson that forced him out as Jag head coach.
This season, Sean Kahn, the owner of the Jaguars, declared this the best team the Jaguars have had since he was the owner, and that placed the expectation bar very high, and they didn't come close to meeting it.
For Hall of Famer and former Jag Tony Pacelli, the Jag owner will make the final call on the new coach.
He is going to make the decision. Sean Kahn is going to make the decision.
When the new coach is hired, Jag owner Shad Khan expects a quick turnaround.
I think so. I mean, if our defense would improve, we could be more productive on offense. I mean, I expect this success very quickly.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update, I'm Sam Nelson.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by
Advanced Business Solutions.
your local authorized Xerox dealer on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hit it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys, sports concepts and rationalizations. We call it the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, we like to hand out a prize pack. He says it's razzle dazzle. What are you dazzling them with today?
Oh, I'm dazzling up with lunch for two at Flame Broiler. Real good for you. Ingredients and bold flavors. All you got to do is holler at me at the end of the 10-minute drill.
Flame Broiler.
I don't know if they can fix it for me. Hard pass on the TGL. Didn't move the needle a bit for me.
Really?
I didn't like the technology. I couldn't follow the ball. They were as boring as vanilla as I thought they were.
Damn.
I'd rather watch regular golf. I can't. There is no room for TGL in my viewing. I'll watch 5 minutes of the Tiger Group, see if that makes any difference. The biggest mistake, Dan.
Reimer thanks you for the
No, it's what it is. Look, it won't matter. And there are some he was okay with it. There's some that liked it. And that's great.
I thought it was okay. I liked it. Again, like I said,
I didn't like a thing about it.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed. From a broadcast standpoint, I hate to be critical, but Matt Berry ain't it. Is that who it was?
Mm-hmm.
He ain't the guy.
Yeah.
You need somebody like
personality,
loudmouth personality on the go, because golfers don't talk a lot. So you need the personalities in the booth
to pick it up.
Yeah.
And Marty Smith isn't the answer. It'd be better with McAfee down there, to be honest.
Yeah,
one of those types.
Yeah, you need somebody like Faraday.
I'm trying to think of who they have on staff that could, or even those, those dudes in the Stryeski and his guy are better at that than I would agree with you. It just didn't. Look, that one thing they could have done that would have got me better. I don't know how you guys don't find it insufferable to wait on seeing the ball, catching it in flight. When those guys swing and that ball hits the sheet, I need that immediately to be the full screen, and I need to see the ball better. Like, I expected it to look real, like virtual reality real, not like a video game at Gator's Dockside.
What I thought was, man, that would be a fun place to have a booming party.
What?
For sure.
We could rent that place out during the week.
That's a different deal.
That'd be a good time.
By the way, we met Matty. That's who we need on the mic. Matt Everett. He'd be perfect down there.
Yeah.
There's an idea.
Yeah, you gotta. And I get you don't need the on-course guy because they're all mic'd and you can talk right to them. But
no, I'm just saying to do the commentary, talk between them, and
some
needle
personality and somebody who know the game for real.
Yeah,
Matt would be good.
So but that part was the only thing for me. But otherwise, I thought it was real cool. I enjoyed it. I don't know that I'm going to sit there and watch it every night, but if it's on, I'll flip it on and see what the boys are up to. So anyway. We shall see. All right, we talk Gator basketball. Impressive win. And here's what the most impressive thing is to me. Walter Clayton Jr. and Will Richard combined for 14 points, and they won by 30.
It was the big men had their night to shine. The big men dominated.
Well, and Elijah had
he's
18.
a stud, isn't he?
But I like, and they got after it. It was a defense. I mean, again, if you remember after the Kentucky game, my thing was, guys, we scored 100 points and we lost. That can never happen again. And whoever got them going, they played. Because Tennessee is the best defense in the country. They give up 55 points a game. And it was a physical game last night. And look, we got to go to Tennessee. So I guarantee when we go up there, it'll be a different ball game. So, but it was an important win for Florida just to say, hey, look, we are really one of the, in this elite SEC, we're one of the elite guys. And now they got to back it up. They got to get road wins. Road wins are tough. And you got to celebrate like Auburn went to Texas last night and they were up 20 and then they hung on and won. Man, you win a road game in the SEC this year, you take it. So Florida needs to go to Arkansas where they'll go in front of 18,000 and Arkansas will be laying in wait on Saturday afternoon. They got to be ready to go and try to get that one. So
that's going to be the SEC. Mm-hmm. Right, it's just what it's going to be. It's going to be, you can lose every single game when the worst team in your league is 10-4.
Mm-hmm.
When the easiest game on your schedule right now will be South Carolina. That's tough.
I honestly believe that 13-5 probably win the regular season.
I don't know if anyone will get to 13-5.
Yeah.
Maybe they will. Maybe Auburn seems like the best team to me. But again, I'll turn them on and Tennessee will beat them by 20. I think we're going to see a lot of what we saw last night.
Right.
I mean, Tennessee beat Arkansas last week like Florida beat Tennessee last night.
Correct.
And I think we're going to Alabama, Auburn, Tennessee, Florida, Kentucky, down the line. Texas A&M's good. There's a bunch of them that are good. Oklahoma, just lost their first game.
Yeah. So anyways, good night and nice win. And I enjoyed watching the game. I got home from work. I was doing TV last night, and they were already up 8-0. And I was like, okay, that's good. I like that start. So, and then they just carried on. They played good. They played good basketball. They worked the ball inside. They didn't shoot it great from the outside, but Tennessee made 4 field goals in the first half.
They only made 12 the whole game.
4 field goals in a half.
12 in 40 minutes.
Number 1 team in the country. That's
Florida out rebounded them by 15, 16 rebounds there. But Florida was like,
we win on the boards now.
Yeah, Florida
these guys are good. We have a mixture of listen. It's a mixture of a really, really good team. I was talking to Kentucky Jeff, and he's got his buddy.
Shout out Mike White beat Kentucky last night in Athens.
Yeah,
he's got a top 20 5 level team too.
Yeah, but we were talking, Slim, who's a big Kentucky fan, his analysis: elite guards, check; bigs that can extend the defense, check; bigs that can lock down the paint, check; Final Four experience in the backcourt, check; can play their play their best basketball at any tempo, which is my number one category, check; physical guards, shooting, check; Gators are elite. So
yeah, I agree with all that. But you've got to.
He said he thinks Florida's the best team in the country. And that was before the UK game.
I don't.
So we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know if I would go that far, but again, I do think it speaks to we're not just coming at you from some pro Gator standpoint here.
No,
they've got a
really
good team that's got the right elements to make a run, but you got to do it.
Got experienced guard play. You got 4. I mean, I'm telling you, this Aberdeen kid,
is getting better.
Good.
Yeah, and look, there's this, and again, you're not.
He's the 4th
father.
guard.
You're not the sins of the father.
Mm-hmm.
But Bruce Pearl has made a living on teams like this and never going anywhere. And he's a Pearl disciple. And did they play great defense last night, or did Tennessee miss wide open jumpers all night? It's a little bit of a combo, but Tennessee's never going to shoot that bad again the rest of their life. They missed everything, and I mean open.
Kentucky. It's like the basketball
They made everything,
gods.
yeah.
Kentucky made everything. Yeah. Tennessee missed everything. Somewhere it'll be
And
even.
Truth be told, if it goes even, Florida probably wins both games. Florida is really good. That's the overall take out of this. And that being said, could very well lose at Arkansas this weekend. The point is every single SEC game is going to come against a team that's considered top 40, and many of them will be top 15.
Okay, you ready to play How Many?
Yeah.
E, can I have some How Many music, please?
Yeah. So how many music?
Something fresh.
Yeah, How Many? Fresh news.
Topical.
Good music. How Many? It's called How Many. We're going back a decade. The last 10. Okay, Jeff. The last 10 is your category. How many AFC West Division titles have the Kansas City Chiefs won in the last 10 years?
10 years? Well, gosh, they've won like 7 or 8 in a row. So I'm going to say, and they probably won without. I'd say 9.
9 in a row.
Yep.
Who won the other one?
Denver.
All right. How many have the Houston Texans won in the AFC South in the last 10 years?
In the last 10 years, a bunch. 7.
6.
I almost went 6.
Titans 2.
Jags 1.
Jags 2. 17 and 22
in the 10 year. Oh yeah.
Good. Colts none.
Wow.
Break down the AFC North for me. How many have the Bengals won
in the last 10?
Yeah.
Not a ton, man. I'd say 2.
3. How many have the Ravens won?
4.
4. How many have the Steelers won?
2.
4, 3, and 3. None for the Browns.
I was going to give the Browns one somewhere. I was a mistake.
How many have the Bills won?
In the last 10?
Last 10.
Not that many, because Brady didn't leave till 19. So I'd say 5.
5. And the Patriots 5. All right. How many have the Giants won in the NFC East in the last 10? Football Giants.
Yeah. None.
Is that right? That's right. Eagles have won 4. Washington has won 2. And Dallas has won 4.
Washington 2, surprising.
How many have the Packers won in the last 10 in the NFC Norte? I love the music. This is great.
A bunch.
It's fresh. It's happening.
I'd say probably 6.
4.
Vikings 1, 3.
Vikings 3. Bears 1. Lions the last 2.
Oh, that's true. I was putting the lines on 1. If you kind of forget they.
How many of your Atlanta Falcons won in the last 10?
I'm gonna have to take 7. What was their Super Bowl year? Was that 15? Not many. 1.
Carolina 1. New Orleans 4. And the Bucs have won the last 4.
Yeah.
Who's won more, the Rams or the Niners in the last 10?
Niners, the last 10 have won 4.
Niners have won 3. Rams have won 4. Seahawks have won 2. Cardinals won 1. At least the Jags are on the board. A couple teams there not on the board at all. Oof. That's rough. Interesting that the Vegas odds for the next coach of the Jaguars, and we'll head to break with this, started with Ben Johnson. right? Ben Johnson was the favorite. Now it's Liam Cohn. He's past
great.
Ben Johnson.
Nice.
Which tells us,
Vegas knows.
Vegas knows. 100-1, Bill Belichick. John Gruden, 20-1. Interesting. Cliff Kingsbury, 10-1. 641-1010. Those are the numbers to know. As we head to break, tell them what they're going to win.
Lunch for two to Flame Broiler. Real
Flame
good
Broilers.
for you. Ingredients and bold flavors. 904-641-1010 is the number. Holla at your boy.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
There was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people to see if we could become something more. Who the hell are you guys?
1010XL. Jacksonville Sports Radio. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hey, imagine having a doctor available to you any day, any time. That's my doctor, Rick Townsend. You see, I've been going to Doc T for a long time, but he decided to take a leap into a new and exciting, more personal world of concierge medicine. So you better believe I went with him. Why? Well, because in concierge medicine, if you need an appointment, you're not feeling well, you get in and see the doc that day. He doesn't have as many patients. He's able to practice medicine more. If you have a medical emergency, here's his personal phone number. He calls you right back if he doesn't answer. 7 days a week, 24/7. It's like being a member of an exclusive golf club, but the cost will surprise you. And I can endorse Rick Townsend. He's one of the best, if not the best doctor I know. Navy trained, graduated from Wake Forest, been in the community forever. So whether it's yearly physicals, office or virtual visits, cancer screenings, referrals to specialists, or hospital follow-ups, Doc T's got you covered. If you're intrigued, and you should be, go to mypvconcierge.com and answers all the questions. Just check it out, mypvconcierge.com.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beatrice here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beatrice Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do, and plumbing is what we're great at. Beatrice Plumbing, here to help.
Hey gang, Prosser here, and I've been telling you for years about Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Lifetime Enclosures right now running an awesome special for January. Get a complete enclosure done, get free flooring. Now that can save you some money. If you just need flooring, Lifetime Flooring also running a buy one room, get the second room free. Once again, only for January. Now offering flooring coating as well. So give them a call. I know I did. Visit their showrooms just off Phillips Highway. Proud partners of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
What's happening, sports bettors? It's your boy E to the T with MyBookie, and I hope everyone had a profitable betting regular season bet with MyBookie. The college playoffs march is on. Notre Dame is favored by 1.5, favored over Penn State Thursday night. The over-under for the game at MyBookie is 47 points. This matchup suggests a relatively close contest, and we know anything can happen. We're taking a look at betting the over here on points total. Friday night, Ohio State is the favorite team by 6 points against Texas. The over-under here is at 53.5 points, indicating expectation for a somewhat high-scoring game. Ohio State's lead in the spread might reflect confidence in the performance, and also is likely to be where the public is putting their money. But that 6 points is enough for Texas to cover the spread. So we're looking at going against the public and taking Texas in the points. If you haven't yet, sign up with MyBookie, and we still giving that 50% deposit bonus. That's half your money back on your very first deposit up to $1,000. That promo code is 1010XL. So bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach. Jags Hall of Famer Tony Baselli puts on his gold jacket every Monday morning at 7:20 on The Drill.
Does look good.
It's Hall of Fame Monday with Tony Baselli.
Good? It's great.
Brought to you by Heritage Roofing of North Florida on 1010XL.
Looking for a new or used firearm? Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach will get you locked and loaded. New firearms coming in weekly and always looking for used guns. No lines and no waiting. Online at beachesjewelryandpawn.com.
The smarter way to clean your floors. It's time to make the swap. Swiffer Power Mop.
Introducing the new Swiffer Power Mop, the all-in-one tool that gives you a mop and bucket clean in half the time. The solution's built right in, so no heavy bucket, and the pad has hundreds of scrubbing strips to get deep into grout. Don't mop harder, mop smarter.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
David Lane here, and once again, I'm happy to share news of my success with back and knee surgeries at Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. Whatever it is that's bothering you, take it from me. Simply set an appointment today at Southeast Orthopedic Specialist and let them help you get back to normal life. I'm certainly glad I did.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
Have you tried golfing at the improved Cimarron Golf Club? If you haven't, tell you what, you're missing out on the best deal in Jacksonville. Now, many of you have received a postcard in the mail, and of course, if you bring that with you, $45 plus tax to play. That includes a cart lunch and a beer at the brand new Stone Barrel Tap House. Now, go to the website, that is CimarronGolfClub.com, and sign up for the Wild One Loyalty Program. That's the Wild One Loyalty Program, and get all of these specials emailed to you from Cimarron.
Tailgate special alert. 3 pounds of marinated chicken, 2 pounds of marinated steak tips, 2 pounds of fresh ground beef, and 2 pounds of homemade sausage for only $80 to feed your crew.
For tasty tips and juicy breasts, choose Southern Steer Butcher.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry and receive a free hair and scalp examination and get 2 weeks of laser treatments for free. Call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. HairForMe.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Southern Oak Insurance. Gator men's basketball led wire to wire as they took down the #1 ranked Tennessee Vols at home on Tuesday evening. Head coach Todd Golden says his team met the moment.
We talked about it a lot leading up to the game. There's very few times in your life where you're going to get to play against the #1 team in the country, while at the same time our goal is to become the #1 team in the country.
Florida State Seminole men's basketball will take on the University of Miami Hurricanes this evening. Typically, the games are close, says Noles head coach Leonard Hamilton.
Even though we've won our share of the games, a lot of those games have been very closely contested.
In the East Coast Hockey League, the Jacksonville Icemen will host at home the Greenville Swamp Rabbits tonight. The puck drops at 7 p.m. Our other pro teams around the state in the NHL, the Tampa Bay Lightning defeated the Carolina Hurricanes, and NBA action saw the Miami Heat defeat Golden State. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
At 8:13, it's 34 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I have a question for you, Daniel Patrick Hicken.
I'm ready.
Sorry, I made identity theft more realistic now.
I really wish you wouldn't play songs like this. Still a sore spot.
What you talking?
Oh, yeah, you didn't get him. You failed. You didn't even try.
That's
what we think, man.
No.
You're gonna have to beat down a barrier here, a wall. That's you've left us with the thought you really didn't try to get cool in the game.
See, hold on.
It's really the only bad spot between you and I in our relationship.
This is where the seasoning comes in from the culture to my uncles, because this ain't even cool in the game.
Oh, what happened?
This is Earth, Wind, and Fire.
There you go. That's fair. My man led me astray. I plead ignorance. I plead ignorance. Yeah, I'm just riding with him. My music knowledge is known to be terrible. Yeah. So much
Very
for
good.
another
Touche.
and another blemish on new and improved.
Winnery.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Do you think there is a football coach that if he coached the Jaguars this year, they could have won 9 or 10 games?
Well, who's the best coach?
I don't know. I don't know. If Kevin O'Connell were their coach, or Sean McVay were their coach, or Andy Reid were their coach, or I don't know. Pick any of the best.
Give me a number.
10.
10 games?
Yeah. Could they have won 10 games this year with a?
Let me ask you something. With the exact team,
the exact team.
So in other words, Trevor got hurt.
No, not necessarily. Trevor doesn't necessarily get hurt. Every play that runs this year is different, Dan. Every single play is different. The play that he got hurt on never happens. Now, It doesn't mean he doesn't get injured. I'm not trying to say that.
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
I think that best in the end, in hindsight, and for the record, this is what I echoed in August.
This is fair. Yeah, that's fine.
I didn't think they had done enough to improve the 9-8 team. That was a big discussion.
So that would, even with good coaching, keep you at 9-8, according to that logic.
So, and after watching them, I'd say, now, could they have won more than 4? Yes.
Oh, for sure. But again, that's not, I don't care. If you can't win 9 or 10 and go to the playoffs, it doesn't matter to me if you're 7 and 10.
7 or 8.
Okay.
At most.
Now.
With that team.
And again, I just gave you the option of any coach in the world, any football coach in the world, the most he was going to win was 7 or 8 games.
I think most would probably disagree with me.
Okay. I would.
Quickie poll. Let's do it.
I mean, any coach, you can have any coach. You could have any coach in the NFL right now.
Right.
What's the maximum games the Jags would have won this year?
Right.
I would go more towards 9 or 10, personally. But again, that's not winning me any championships, is it?
All right.
So, but here's my question. If the best coach in the world is only giving you 8, that means anybody that they would hire right now is only going to get you to 5 or 6 with what's in place. So where if there is no coach that's going to take what we have and make them even a 500 football team, what massive improvement has to happen? Can it even be done in a year if that's how far you are? If you are not even a playoff team with the best football coach in America, with this group, then what has to be replaced? Like, where do you have to improve for that to happen? Like, we know what we are offensively. If they want to, the whole starting unit can come back in place. There's a couple of linemen that are free agents, but there's really nobody. I mean, now, salary cap, all this stuff, could they move on from veterans? Sure, maybe. We tend to, even though we're no good, let better players leave. That's Trent Baalke's mindset. He did it last year.
Mm-hmm.
But on offense right now,
okay.
who do we need to improve for this new coach to get us there?
I mean, we need upgrades everywhere.
Every single place.
Except for Brian Thomas Jr. Now you're not going to do that. That's not reality. So then you start saying, okay, I'm comfortable enough with this guy. I can win with this guy, right?
Yeah. I almost think that offensively, with great coach and play calling, I think they're good enough. I do.
Know. We can't run the ball. We haven't run the ball in 2 years.
This is what the amazing unknown is. Now, is a lot of this coaching scheme, and not just Doug Peterson, but his offensive line coach. Whoever comes in as a coach is going to change all of that.
Yeah, which will get us, somewhat excited. But I'm going
to let you make 2 major changes on offense. What are they? I'm giving you 2. I'm going to allow you 2. We got some salary cap room. We got a draft.
I'll give you my answer. If I get 2 major changes,
I'm going to give you 2 major.
I got one road grating, dirty son of a gun on the offensive line.
Okay.
And I got a running back who can run.
Yeah, our good one.
Those are my 2.
Okay.
And I'll live with the rest.
Yeah. It's interesting because
I'll live with BTJ taking off, Christian Kirk being healthy, Evan Ingram, Brenton Strange. I'm going to work in. I'm going to run more 2 I don't know. I'm not sold on him.
But he can run routes and
I'm going
catch
to scream
footballs.
at Gabe Davis to get in shape
Nah,
this
I'm
offseason.
cutting Gabe
You can
Davis.
cut him all
Yeah.
you want, but he's under contract.
Yeah.
You got to pay him. So
So to piggyback off of Jeff's question,
Yeah.
like with another coach,
yeah.
would another coach change the culture and the mentality of this team?
Well,
Well,
there's
here's
just
the thing.
so much that go into it
Here's the
beyond
interesting.
right.
Here's the interesting thing.
Because but my point is, what was the turning point of this year? What did we talk about for
Right,
7
Dolphins.
weeks? The Dolphins
Yeah.
game. So like. Regardless
weak
of
sauce.
regardless of what coach you have, if the players don't have that mental
Right,
strength,
right.
it's still the same thing.
Here's the thing, though, E. Most will tell you that this year's team, the culture was good. They're good. They're hard workers. They tried. They never quit. They're good dudes. You know, they all like that. They said that was a positive. So I don't know, but I would, yeah, those would be the two.
Now, I think, if we're being honest, it's a much bigger challenge to become on defense. Much bigger challenge. We don't have any talent on the defensive side of the ball, man. It's all a mirage. Everyone we've sold you as good is just okay. Just okay. We don't have the DNs maybe can be difference makers here.
If a guy gets 17 and a half sacks in a year,
yeah,
he's good.
Well, no, I'm talking about sitting right here at the end of the year where he had 8.5, not 17.
Beasley led the league one year, and he's not good.
Well, and I think Josh Allen's a good player. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but Beasley never. Josh Allen gets you 8, 9
every year. He's fine.
mean,
They're okay. Listen, they're
and
good.
Trayvon has gotten better every year.
I guess again, this is not meant to pile on anything. At the end of the day, and it's not the only standard that matters. But when the NFL players try and tell you who they think the top 100 is, Trayvon Walker ain't showing up.
No,
we'll see.
No, he's not, bro.
And Tyson Campbell ain't showing up. Foye Lukin's not showing up. Josh Allen might.
Everybody on our roster on Madden is no more than an 80.
I mean,
listen. If the
No more
dimwit
than
coaches put Foye Lukin where he's supposed to play, he'll give you another on top of the 100 that he got you. He'll get you another 50 or 60.
He's a solid
tackles.
football player. I'm not saying they have to replace everyone.
Right.
I'm not. But it needs massive improvement. Major improvement. These guys can't stop anyone. When it mattered and when they really had to get a stop.
Defense is terrible. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
And by the
arguing.
way, and it's probably an undersold reason that we focus so much on the play call. An undersold reason why Doug Peterson is gone is the god-awful decision and transition he did defensively. He did not show anything special at all about building a staff. I mean, you overhauled your defense and they were worse.
Like, I was looking at a national guy yesterday, and he was saying, okay, the Jags, they have this foundation, and one of the guys they include in the foundation is Devin Lloyd.
Yeah.
Devin Lloyd's a good run stuffer, but he's terrible. I mean,
They're just
terrible.
all our guys.
We ripped Devin Lloyd all year long. He was not. He's in his third year. He hasn't blossomed. He's
just a guy. We got a lot of guys. A lot of guys that, guess what? Here's the deal. I mean, at the end of the day, they're 4-13.
Yeah,
the
you are
defense
what
was
you
last
are.
in the league.
Yeah,
if you think it's all Ryan Nielsen, you're crazy. We got a bunch of bums on defense. They should be backup players. We have starters that should be backups. So the defensive side of the ball is a major overhaul. You can bring in a defensive mind and maybe, fix some of it. But man, they could use how about this? Not one. They need 2 more edge rushers, Dan. They need not 1 or 2. They need 3 interior defensive linemen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's an overhaul.
Yeah, that's an overhaul. There ain't nobody I want. Who could you lose from that defensive line outside of Allen and Walker that you would honestly care? Give me one player.
None.
If you learned, oh, my God, he's not coming back.
Yeah,
Spoiler alert. 0. Right. That doesn't mean there's no talent in there. It doesn't mean somebody wouldn't scoop up on Mason Smith and hope for his development. But at the end of the day, we are right now an NFL team that has 2 linemen who the old defense coordinator played about 60% of the time and nothing else.
Right.
And don't get me started on the secondary. They couldn't cover the 3 of us. Oof.
We have
Beatrice Plumbing Wednesday here. Flush it.
We have 10 draft picks this year.
Oh, boy.
Now, again, I don't know who's making the picks. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'll tell you this. You got the 5th pick. He's a starter. That means you got the what pick? 30. How many teams are there in the NFL? 32?
Yes.
37th pick, 38th pick. Got to hit. Got to hit. You got like 4 or 5 picks in the top. I think you have 5 picks in the top 100, 4 picks in the top, whatever it is. Man. Those 4 guys got to be contributors next year if you want to turn this thing around. Can't be draft and develop project guys. Your 4th-round picks can't be not playing.
Forget
I
that.
can't be sitting here
Second-round picks.
every week going, gosh, I really like to see Jordan Jefferson in there. Or what was the other guy, the lineman? I mean,
Justin Jefferson. No. Yeah,
Jordan Jefferson.
Mason Smith.
Mason Smith.
No, the other 4th-rounder. We had 2. We had one D-line and one O-line. Missouri kid.
Javon Foster.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not nowhere near playing. 4th round, you took him.
4th round.
Yeah, that's a 7th round pick.
Forgot about that guy.
Can't
that's a 7th round pick. He's got all kinds of D linemen. And at the end of the year, they get a chance to go in and play, and they don't do anything. They never flash.
Again, people say, you'll tell me this, and I just want to
punch.
You know what?
Clenching his fist, violent.
Yeah.
Devon Hamilton made plays. Mason Smith made plays. How many yards did Jonathan Taylor run for in the last game of the year?
160 plus.
Yeah.
Every play was 8-yard gains.
No, I'll stand by what I said. I'll keep Walker and Allen. You could literally take every other defensive lineman. I wouldn't care
How
about
many
one
yards
of them.
did the Titans with a backup running back and a crappy offensive line the week before they ran for over 150 on us?
By the way, we'll end the segment with this notation from what you said. If indeed the very best coach that you could hire in football would have only got 8 wins this year, then it definitely tells you why everyone knows that the general manager should be gone with the head coach.
Yep.
Yes.
That's a fact. This is the drill to Beatro's Plumbing Wednesday.
Fact.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. This is 1010XL.
The fans have rallied around us.
Home of the Jaguars fans.
It's really, really cool. It's a cool experience, and I'll always remember that.
Everybody, Mike Dempsey here. Listen, I'm all about a sure thing. I like putting my money down knowing I'm going to win, and that's exactly what Awaken 180 was for me, a sure bet. I dropped 25 pounds in just over a month, and let me tell you, the results speak for themselves. Now, imagine this. You start Awaken 180 now, and when February rolls around, you've already lost 20 pounds. Or maybe you're like Matt Hayes, down 40 pounds by March. And don't even get me started on Hacker. Dude's lost over 100 pounds. Life-changing results, and I got to see it firsthand. Awaken 180 isn't some gimmick. You eat, you're never starving, and the weight just comes off fast. No guesswork, no crash diets, just a plan that works. And the best part, it's built to last thanks to free support for life. Don't wait for another failed resolution. Start your new year with the program that is the sure bet. Visit awaken180weightloss.com or call 844-346-1800. Make sure this year is the year you win big with Awaken 180.
Hey, Hicken here for About 9 Associates. You'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden is frequently called upon for his expert opinion. He's currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area and the founder of Bowden Eye. Visit Bowden Eye Associates today and experience the difference. Keeping the First Coast focused. That's Bowden Eye and Associates.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Don't ignore plumbing leaks. They can lead to mold and mildew or structural damage and drain your wallet. So when you have a leak and can't wait a week, call Roland Reich Plumbing. PlumbingJacksonville.com.
This is Josh Woolsey with Woolsey Morecambe. When deciding what lawyer to trust with your car accident or injury case, the most reliable way is reviews and results. You want to be treated well, and you want a great result. Woolsey Morecambe's reviews speak for themselves, and I challenge any firm to compare results. We offer the resources of a large law firm and the customer service of a boutique practice. If you want to be treated right and want great results, call Woolsey Morecambe at 1-800-WOOLSEY. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach a man to fish. And he's listening to the Nimnicht Outdoor Show.
With tips and stories.
Presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning.
Every Saturday morning, 7 to 10.
On 1010XL.
Tax season is here, and your refund can go further at Big Chief Tire. Frank Frangie here. Put the extra cash to work by investing in your vehicle, whether it's overdue maintenance, brake repairs, or new tires. Their skilled technicians will help you get the most out of every dollar. With 5 Jacksonville locations, fair prices, and trusted service, Big Chief Tire has everything you need to hit the road with confidence. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
Here's Ben and John Lupo, owners of Beards Diamonds.
It's funny, my dad has sold people engagement rings, and now I'm selling their kids engagement rings and anniversary gifts and birthday gifts.
We're blessed with the relationships we've built over the years.
Check out our full inventory at beardsdiamonds.com.
Beards Diamonds in the St. John's Town Center.
New year, new club. This is Joe C., and I'm proud to be a member of Southampton. And with the popularity of golf, getting a tee time is tough. But with membership comes member privileges. Enjoy clubhouse dining, expanded practice area, focusing on all parts of your game. And right now, you can join with an annual commitment and get a $1,000 discount, plus $500 of Pro Shop credit. All the details are online at golfsouthampton.com or call 287-PLAY and make a tee time today at the Golf Club of Southampton.
Open enrollment is here, so it's time to secure health coverage for your family. Whether you need Affordable Care Act plans, dental, or Medicare, visit one of the Florida Blue pop-up enrollment tents near you. They make the process easy and stress-free with medical and dental insurance you can count on. Plus, listen to this. Based on eligibility, many people pay absolutely nothing for coverage. Find the perfect Florida Blue plan for your family at the Aaron Group in Orange Park near the intersection of College Drive and 220. Here's a reminder for Florida Blue members. You can access Sanitas Medical Center with 3 locations around town offering primary care, walk-in services, an on-site pharmacy, and mental health support. 3 Sanitas Medical Centers, combined with Florida Blue coverage and expert service you'll get from the Aaron Group in Orange Park, will make you feel like a winner in Northeast Florida insurance coverage.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Ever leave your side? Me minus you is such a lonely ride.
Peaches and herb.
Peaches and herb or herb.
That depends. Depends on what the crowd you were with back in the day. Welcome back, everyone. It's Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday.
Because I want you back. Hey, skaters, grab your lady and get out on the floor right now.
That's for sure. Kids still skate today? Or yeah, I guess they do.
I guess.
Skating rink still a thing?
Not like it used to be.
Man, there's some coming of age stuff happening in skating rinks back in the day in Middle America now. I'm telling you right now. Yeah. Just leave it at that in case Holmes and Nancy Pants are listening. The 49ers have fired their defensive coordinator.
Yeah, Nick Sorensen.
Yeah, Nick Sorensen.
Yeah.
We know well around here, obviously.
Gus got fired, too.
Yeah, not a good day to be Jag-related unless you're Trent Baalke, who survives. And now, look, it's on to a coaching search, and hopefully somebody can get us going in the right track. And can, I asked you yesterday, and you weren't as optimistic about it, but I will feel better if I feel like we get the coach, if there's no roadblock to the coach, which is what we hear about Baalke's presence, bringing along with it. Certain guys just don't want to work there. We've been told specifically.
Well, it'll be interesting.
Including Ben Johnson, who, as we've heard, said he wouldn't come, and we'll see. He's been offered an interview.
We'll see if he interviews this week.
Yeah, he doesn't have to take that request.
Right. And we'll see if he interviews I don't think he will, but if there's a plan to move Baalke along, maybe that sways.
Tony swore yesterday to Baalke's character, and he wouldn't do this, that, or the other, right?
Right.
But I worry about him bringing in somebody too strong. Somebody that he can't lord over.
Yeah.
You know, or from a, and it doesn't mean it's bad intentions. Trent Baalke, I'm sure, thinks he's got all the answers. And then whoever comes in should be listening to him or it's not going to work. And the reason it didn't work this time is because the coach didn't listen to him. I promise you that's what he thinks.
Yeah.
And it doesn't necessarily, it's not malicious. I mean, he's not like trying to sabotage the team. I just don't, you know, it's not nothing savant about what's happening here.
No, not at all. So,
anyway, you mentioned before, he fired the band. We got a football fix. Let's throw some NFL news and notes at
we got
the folks.
the playoffs coming.
Yeah, brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers and Mandarin and the home course, the Jointon Creek Golf Club. So the Cowboys deny the Bears permission to speak to Mike McCarthy, yet it's not like they rolled out a new contract extension for him either.
Jerry
kind of
Jones.
twisting in the wind there a little bit. McCarthy has not been the problem in Dallas. I think he's done a good job there. He's taken them to the playoffs. He's like 15, 16 games over 500. Dak fails in the playoffs. I mean, that's why. That's what's happened.
Jerry Jones is kind of a jerk with this stuff. I mean, he waited long on these guys. He waits. He doesn't have to. Maybe he's mad at McCarthy, but what's he supposed to do if he wants to keep coaching? I mean, you let my contract expire here in a week. Like in a week. And we'll see how it all pans out. I think ultimately he stays in Dallas.
Yeah, it would be silly, I think, for them to go in another direction at this point. They need a healthy season and a productive postseason from Dak Prescott, or you never know what you're going to be. They've got other things in place there. That's another team that you felt like they kept fighting, you know, even through the end of the year, even though they weren't winning. And I do think that for the most part he has that locker room support. But, you know, again, in the big business of football, it's never me. If you're a player, it ain't us. If you're a coach, it ain't us. If you're front office, it ain't us.
What is the when we look at Wild Card Weekend, will there be an upset? Let's start with that. Will there be an upset?
Yes, of course.
There will.
I think there will. Now, upsets in the NFL are, you know, kind of nebulous. I think that I think the tech.
Odds.
What do you call
odds.
it? Going by odds. All right, I'll give you like super realistic upset bids.
Okay.
Houston's a 3-point dog at home.
Yeah.
I like that. I like Houston there. I like Houston at home in that game.
Do you?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm not saying I'm predicting them to win, but I could definitely see them winning that game.
Sure. But do you think they will?
Stand by, maybe.
Okay. So you'll say there will be upsets. You'll guarantee it.
Well, look, I'm not going to say that the Ravens or the Bills or, you know, but could the Packers could beat the Eagles, especially if Jalen Hurts doesn't play. Now that line would change. I think, I feel like the Bucs feel like an underdog, but I think they'll win. I think the Rams could beat the Vikings. But they're only a 1-point dog. Is it really an upset?
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of people would, not most, but I think a lot of people would pick the Rams.
Yeah, that would be an upset.
Yeah.
And, you know, if the Commanders...
Two home teams are underdogs.
Commanders got 12 wins, man. I think making the Bucs a 3-point favorite there might be a mistake.
So we'll see. We'll see.
All right, more from a football fix. The Jags released their list yesterday, the 8. You're like neither unimpressed nor disappointed. I mean, those are the 8 we've been talking about. I think there's no one missing to my end.
I'm fine. I mean, like I said, Ben Johnson's my guy. That's the guy we want. I think that's the guy
Will they accept the interview request?
I hope so.
We don't know. I mean, it's why. Look, here's the thing. People are like, well, why did the Jags this year put the list out publicly?
Yeah.
That's why. Well, we tried. He didn't want to come. Yeah, well, we told you he wasn't coming here because of that.
He would have come if he had
maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, we have, we haven't. Listen,
ain't no maybe.
The biggest storyline this weekend as to who will win or lose a game, there's one player that tips the balance, maybe for longer than a week, and it's Jalen Hurts and his status. He's missed 2 games.
Today's the
Jalen
day.
Hurts plays. Philadelphia could they could go to the Super Bowl. They're under the radar.
A lot of people are picking Philly to the Super Bowl, I think.
I mean, they could go into Detroit. Detroit may not be ready to realize all this.
Man, I would be excited for Detroit Buffalo Super Bowl.
Oh gosh.
That would be great. And then I think I would root for Buffalo because they've been and haven't won. Detroit would be excited about getting there, you know?
I would 100% root for Buffalo.
Do you know that this is the first time?
For Buffalo, Tom alone.
You know, like this is the first time since like 1999 there are X amount of teams in the playoffs with X amount of wins who have not been to the Super Bowl or won the Super Bowl. And 99 included our Jags. I was thinking about that.
You mean single season totals are high? Yeah.
Yes.
So Detroit would be one.
Detroit and Houston has
Minnesota.
Super Bowl.
Oh, Ben or one?
Oh, one.
Must be one.
Must be one.
Minnesota has a one. They've been a
Buffalo.
bunch.
Yeah. So there's a few who are in who,
All right. The Chargers haven't won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The Texans haven't won the Super Bowl. The Bills haven't won a Super Bowl. Yeah.
So we'll see.
That's it, though. And the Vikings.
Yeah.
Most of them have.
That's kind of.
It's hard to not win one, If you've been around forever, and we've been around 30 years now, we probably should have been to one by now.
Just been to one.
Just saying.
Carolina's been to 2. We got none.
That's Football Fix, brought to you by All-State agent Manny Bowers on the home course at Jointon Creek Golf Club.
He's got notes.
Daniel Murphy
Murph's
has
got
showed up for the
notes.
Power Hour.
He's furious with his hometown team.
He has a notebook. And by the way, different subjects for different pages. I mean, my man is going full on Pulitzer when we return. He's speaking into the abyss. We don't have him on.
We're not on.
All right, break time. Back with Murphy, his notebook, and more.
You get it. You get the ball, Murph.
You're listening to The Drill. It's a Beatrice Plumbing Wednesday.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Mia here. Why Arlington Toyota? How about a huge selection of new vehicles in stock, on the ground, in one location? And every new Toyota purchase comes with Arlington's lifetime warranty, unlimited time, and miles. 60-day exchange program. Yes, you heard that right. 60 days to love your new purchase or exchange it for one that you do. Plus, Arlington's credit helper to help you get financed. There's even complimentary car washes with every service, and so much more. Shop arlingtontoyota.com today.
We don't have too many cold nights on the First Coast, but when the temperature drops, you want to hit the heat button and warm up. That's where Florida Home comes in. They're the AC experts in Jacksonville, and the importance of keeping your heating system in good working order is really important. If it stops working when it gets cooler, Florida Home will leap into action and provide you with the best solution. Heater and heat pump repair service and new system installation. They do it all. Just call Florida Home AC at 777-4300, the official heating and AC partner of the Jaguars.
This is Dr. George Bari inviting you to look online at BariOrthopedics.com for the latest in medical advancements when it comes to getting you back to full joint health. After studying under Dr. James Andrews, I know proper diagnosis is the first key to treatment, and educating the patient is the fastest path to recovery. Whether it's chronic back pain, nagging arthritis, or necessary joint replacement, we're here to serve you in the best possible way. We are Bari Orthopedics, and online at BariOrthopedics.com.
Find out more at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com.
Yo, what's happening, sports bettors? It's your boy ET here for MyBookie, and I hope everyone had a profitable NFL regular season betting year with MyBookie. The college playoff marches on with football Final Four. Notre Dame is favored by 1.5 over Penn State Thursday night. The over-under for this game at MyBookie is 47 points. This matchup suggests a relatively close contest, and we know anything can happen. We're taking a look at betting the over here on the points total. And Friday night, you got O-State favored by 6 points over Texas. The over-under here is at 53.5 points, indicating expectations for a somewhat high-scoring game. And O-State's lead in the spread might reflect confidence in the performance, and also is likely to be where the public is putting their bread at. But that 6 points is enough for Texas to cover. So we're looking at going against the public and taking Texas with the points. Guys, if you haven't yet, sign up now at MyBookie, because they're still giving that 50% deposit bonus. That's half your money back on your very first deposit up to $1,000. That promo code, of course, is 1010XL.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. When mice and rats show up in your home or business, they can be a real pain. You need them out fast, before they have time to multiply. Terminix knows how to shut down rodents and will keep them from coming back to wreak more havoc. When rodents show up, so does Terminix. Don't live with a rodent problem, Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online just like I did. That's TERMINIX.com. TERMINIX.com.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Get more Gators on the Gator Bites podcast presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists with new episodes every Friday. Subscribe and listen by searching for 1010XL's Gator Bites podcast wherever you find podcasts and at 1010XL.com.
Hey, Hicken here for Lockhart Construction. That's a long-time Jacksonville business. Shane's dad started the company way back when. Now Shane, his guys, his pops, all taking care of people who live here. People like us. We use Lockhart Construction numerous times. Why? Fast, friendly, affordable, clean, great work. I mean, they do great work. Their family gives your family a better living experience. I think you unlock better living with Lockhart Construction. So here's how it works, man. I want to do this remodel. I need this fixed. I need something new here. I want a guest house built. Whatever. Give Shane a call. He'll call you back. It's that easy. 994-3865. Shane Lockhart. Lockhart Construction. 994-3865.
Perfect fusion of strength, skill, and pure willpower. Professional bull riders aren't just athletes. They're daredevils with cowboy souls. Come experience the true modern West, where 8 seconds of glory will create a lifetime of memories. It's the Michelob Ultra PBR Jacksonville at ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena, February 22nd and 23rd. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com and PBR.com. Hold on tight. The ride of your life is about to begin.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Want to grow your hair back?
IHRS, right here in Jacksonville, is the only hair transplant clinic in the country that offers multi-unit hair grafting, FUE neograft hair transplants, and the 45-minute effective PRP treatments.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
Thank you, IHRS.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Schedule a free evaluation and find out how to grow your hair back and keep the hair you have. Call 904-777-IHRS. Take the first step to restoring your hair today. Visit hairforme.com.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
IHRS has been restoring hair for men and women for over 30 years.
Call now for a free in-person or virtual evaluation. 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Or visit hair4me.com.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Jag owner Shad Khan remarked on what he's looking for the next head coach to bring.
We are the most predictable team on both sides of the ball. And football, to win, deception is a big part of it. Unpredictability.
Jaguar safety Andre Sisco shared his comments on what he thought went wrong this season for the team.
I think there was times where certain guys were playing their butt off, and as a group, we didn't all show up at the same time.
One of the brightest spots for the Jags this year has been the play of Trayvon Walker.
Kind of hard to reflect on things like that, but we're at the end of the season, and as I go through and take things through my mind, obviously being consistent is my main thing, and if I can do that, I feel like I'll be around for a good long time.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update, I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Welcome to the Daniel Murphy Power Hour.
Meet the Mets. Meet the Mets.
That ball's well hit to right. I mean, really well hit to right. That ball is gone. Daniel Murphy has struck again. Daniel Murphy has homered for the 5th straight postseason game.
Presented by ITP Partners on 1010XL.
Well. Here he is, bringing the wood this morning.
We're live, flying the Inglewood colors in the bloodstream. I got my Jaguars beanie on.
Yeah.
I might have thrown it on the ground once.
How'd you like
twice.
that press conference? Impressed you pretty good?
What a
was it an
Mickey Mouse joint that was.
Oh, wow. It's coming strong. Top roping it. I love it.
Could barely see anybody
listen,
on that.
man. You've been involved with pro sports organizations. I don't know how closely players follow what's going on. Obviously, when your coach changes. Are players in tune with the GM, do you think? Like when players blame what's gone wrong, if they do, do they blame the day-to-day coaching more than anything else?
No, I mean, especially the GM, because if you're going to blame the players, going to blame the GM, it means they couldn't play good enough type of thing. Like the Jimmies and Joes weren't good enough, which kind of feels like the way it is on defense. I don't think our Jimmies and Joes, not to say that each one of them individually can't play, but as a group, I mean, we are at the bottom of the league.
We did a quickie Dream Finders Homes poll question. If the Jags had any coach in the NFL with this year's team, could they have won 9 to 10 games this year? Yes or no? Go ahead. What do you
I say no.
Okay.
But it's kind of, as you guys were talking about on the way in, what I was thinking was it's not just the 8 or 9 wins. It's that this division, nothing personal, is such a rinky-dink division that we ought to be able to be in it long enough to like give us something to really play for.
We have 275 votes, just so you know. The fans a little more optimistic than you or I, Murph. 57 said yes, 43 said no. 28 minutes left, 275 votes already. So
that's about where we are. Again, I'm not saying they're so close that they could be a contender. I'm saying it's as bad a coach season in Jaguars history as I can remember. I have never lost confidence and faith in a coach and what he does and how he works than I have. And no one's gone from a higher spot to a lower spot. I would put Doug Peterson down any category that you want to put. I put Del Rio over him.
I mean, you just go look at, like, if you think back to, like, the first 4 games where we went 0-4, and I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I wonder how many 4th downs where we should have kicked field goals.
Right. He just can't. He's just obnoxious.
You didn't. And this is who I am. And I get Dan Campbell does it, but Dan Campbell can do it because you got to know your team. I always go back to this. You know your team. They are oozing with talent on the offensive side of the ball and with a play caller who's genius. We are not oozing with talent on the offensive side of the ball. I like our skill.
I think that we could do better in the interior of the offensive line. And I'm wondering, and Trevor can certainly play better, but I'm wondering how much of that. I've heard you talk about the pressure that makes him a little skittish.
If Shad did get anything right, I think we would all agree that it was a stagnant offense. It was boring. There was no imagination. Again, I go back to it. I, honest to God, think that one play they ran, when was that, Prost? The Duvernay, about 3 weeks ago.
Jets game maybe.
And they rolled right. He turned back. He threw it to Duvernay. Brandon Sheriff pulled, and Brandon Sheriff led him down the field for about 20 or 30 yards.
Not enough of that.
It was like the only play this year that I thought, I think that's the first time, like,
creativity.
Misdirection and found some space.
Every week there should be 5 of those plays.
Houston did that to us, right? Where they
Everybody
did a little oop-de-oop and hit Tank Dale to close the game out.
The way Detroit will run just a hook and lateral in the middle of a game, it's incredible.
Sean mentioned we were the most predictable team on offense and defense.
That's the one thing I agreed with him on. Now,
on
it was
offense,
well written for him.
on offense, but on defense, we weren't very good.
No.
We roll up to Buffalo the 3rd week of the season and just got stamped.
And here's the problem. We should not coulda. They should have been 2-0.
Yeah.
They should have won the Miami game. What a choke and then a total beta performance.
I think,
you prove what kind of athlete you are. There's no alphas,
was
man.
both sides of the ball.
Yeah,
certainly. I'm not making an excuse for the offensive side. And you could say it was, wasn't unpredictable enough. But on defense, it just felt like we couldn't run fast enough, and we weren't ever standing in the right spot.
And their performance, speaking of, should have been 2-0 against Cleveland, even after the Miami game, was unforgivable at home because everybody said this team is flat. There's no juice.
Yeah.
Well, that goes back to coaching, too.
100%.
Yeah, I agree.
It was just incredible. And then you look back at what Cleveland win, 3 games?
I've about had it with this too. If you're an up and running successful team, if you're the Lions or the Chiefs, and your head coach wants to have a lollygagging training camp where you have ice cream socials, that's great. But if you suck, you should be hitting in camp. Yeah. You should use every single opportunity you have to get better.
Today's OTA.
Not our guy. Yeah. He took him around, put his visor on, and maybe they went surfing for the afternoon. If you stink, you should be working harder. And if you earn the privilege of taking an easy camp, then good. But,
maybe Coach Doug Peterson didn't want to get to the second level of players he was given.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's that, too.
Yeah.
There's that, too.
It's just a lot. There's a lot wrong.
It's frustrating.
And again, I think that's where Shad missed the boat. We got a lot of good things going. What? What do we got?
No, there's no mixed here.
Franchise
Baby with the bathwater.
5-18 in the last
No,
23.
don't start the baby. What is the baby? I see all the bathwater. Where's our baby? 2 wins over the Titans.
What are the 5 wins? Go look at the 5
4.
wins.
What do you mean?
Carolina last year.
Yeah.
Carolina was one of the
Cincinnati came in here. What is it? We're 5-18 since Cincinnati walked in here on Monday night.
Yes.
I mean, and Schott is talking about, we haven't mortgaged the future at all. Like, when is the present coming?
This is why.
When do we get some present?
This is why
hold on to 22 like a binky.
This discussion we just had is why I think a good, proficient coach has us 9 or 10 wins. I think we're 2-0 out of the gates, and the whole season is different. I think a good coach doesn't let your team fall apart in Miami like they did and not give a damn.
I think that we did. It crumbled much too easily, it felt, when Travis Etienne fumbled that football. And also, I will say, I was talking to my friend, Travis was available and productive this year. Like, I think that, like, our running backs, I think we have skill players. I mean, I don't know about Gabe Davis wasn't as productive. That was that free agent signing didn't work out as much. But, the free agent signing for
Evan
thought
Ingram, Etienne was good this year?
I thought he was in a role in the NFL, and I don't know X's and O's, but if the NFL is heading to a Montgomery Gibbs, and I'm not comparing Tank to Montgomery or saying that Travis is Gibbs, but I do think there's some of that to it, pass catching running back, and then kind of the hammer. And so I think that
I think he's washed.
Well, I don't think he needs to be living in the middle taking hits anymore as much as you can.
I mean, I've watched him, and I go back to this, and this is my theory, and I don't know this, obviously. But I feel like this kid came in and he was like this, I don't know, for lack of a better term, scat back. I wasn't expecting him to run as hard as he did between the tackles.
Remember
I was like, damn, this kid runs hard. And then I thought, man, he runs hard, but he is taking a pounding.
He takes hits.
And remember the second year, we were like, Baselli even said it. We're giving him too much early on, too many carries.
Year one, I'll take it a step further. There was talk of playing him at receiver.
Right.
They're really like Urban was talking about using him as a gadget running back, and James Robinson, you remember, is still the running back.
5-1 a carry year one.
Yeah.
3-8 a carry year
3-7
two.
or 3-7.
3-7 a year a carry year three. I worry about the fact that the pounding is taking its toll
it's the burst
on a kid who's not that big.
And it's the burst. His long run this year was 22 yards. 22 yards.
He had touches already on him from Clemson when he got here, too. But I do think that there's a role on. I think there's a role for him.
Did he not have the most carries in college history?
Yeah, I think he led the ACC.
I think he had more carries than any running back ever.
Oh, wow.
I may be misspeaking there. He definitely had it was the most in the ACC, most in Clemson. It was something. It was more than just
I
a
feel
big
like
number.
One of the most frustrating parts about the offense was I think that we have skill. I think that you can hear some of the head coaches that are available right now. Ben Johnson's interested. I mean, he's interested in our quarterback and our skill. We just didn't defend. I mean, apparently Eric Armstead was playing out of position. Whose decision that was?
Yeah,
head coach, general manager, defensive coordinator. It sure seemed like we got cute in the defensive backfield last year in free agency that didn't work out with the players that we let go. And we've been taking shots at linebacker for years now.
Yeah.
So I don't think we defend much at all.
I would agree with that. The defense was, I mean, you almost are pigeonholed into drafting a defensive player at number 5.
Yeah, take another shot.
You almost have to. Unless you could convince me to take the kid from Arizona, the receiver, the McMillan kid, pairing him with Brian Thomas Jr. and seeing what you got. Ooh, that might be. I mean, but again, they protected Trevor fine. He only got sacked. He didn't get sacked. I mean, total sacks this year were not bad at all.
Okay,
the pass protection for the offensive line is good. The run offensive line, not good.
I guess I would say for a question, yes. I would ask, when the season was actually in doubt and there was hope for us.
Okay. Which was gone by the end of September.
It didn't last long. My kids were asking for Halloween candy. We were really concerned about the AFC
It ended officially. I mean, it really ended when they lost to the Browns. But when they lost at Houston to a game that they had a chance to win to fall to 0-4, they could have got back in it with that win.
How would you say they protected with the season? Because I separate the season to like when we were actually in it and the games mattered to win a division or go to the postseason to we're playing out the string and trying to sort out our own tape.
Interestingly enough, your quarterback was not good those first 4 games.
He was not.
And
I think back to the Buffalo game, and I've said it a couple times. Like, sure, we had to thread the needle because they were playing flag on offense themselves and scored about 6 straight times. But the throw where he threw it to Hamlin, right? I think it was the one that got hurt. The interception, like those are mistakes that just can't be made.
To your point, fair point. He was sacked 12 times in those 4 games. That's too much.
Yeah.
And it got better after that. The next 4, which were his best, he got sacked a total of 4 times. So, he had a hell of a game against the Colts and when they won, but then it made a lot of us believe, does he got to be this good for us to win? Because he was 28 of 34 for 371, 119 quarterback
We still
rating,
threaded the needle to win that ball game.
and he didn't get sacked. He got sacked once against Houston. He got sacked 4 times against Buffalo, 4 times against Cleveland, and 3 times against the Dolphins. So that's fair. However, that's also the NFL.
No, I get it. Yeah.
Well, 3 and 4 games, not the NFL.
And again, and so now
60, 70 sacks.
Now you have to look at, all right, so what do we need? What are our pressing? How are we going to rebuild this?
All defense. I'm not saying like each individual player, but the defense needs to be overhauled in some capacity. Overhauled. And then interior defensive line at the least.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it.
Yeah. And the pressing needs, I'm big on getting another running back personally, but I get it, man. It's how high a priority can that be?
Yeah.
It can't be that big.
And I thought Tank ran the ball as well as he could with the run blocking that our offensive line provided him.
Tank ran hard.
Yeah, he does. And he's got some plays in him. And we're not the type of ball club that's going to line up and just meet you at the line and win consistently. The only time it seemed like we did that this year was against New England, who is picking in front of us, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, they are.
And that was the only time it felt like we were winning at the line of scrimmage.
All right, we got to grab a break. It's 9 o'clock nasty time, Jeff. You ready?
Oh gosh, no, never am.
You're gonna bring some brass balls to the 9 o'clock hour?
I don't know why you had to do that either.
That's twice.
Is that wrong?
Never ends.
9 o'clock nasty.
It's the Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday. I'm sorry to the Beach Roast Plumbing, a family-run organization. They're better than this.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Tensions build.
3rd and 12. Let's go.
Plot thickens.
We got to get off the field.
Crowds roar. Tune in and let the show begin. Your home for live play-by-play is 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Kick off the new year with a new look for your home. It's the Renewal by Andersen New Year's sales event. For a limited time, save 20% on their energy-efficient windows and patio doors, designed to keep your home comfortable all year. Plus 0 down, no payments, and 0% interest for 12 months. Offer expires January 31st. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beatrice here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beatrice Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beatrice Plumbing, here to help.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach. 1010XL's running game takes a giant step forward.
Well, Fred Taylor is the whole package.
Fred Taylor joins Dan and Jeff on the Drill. Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins and Monahan Jewelers.
Homeowners listen up. Did you know that 9 out of 10 borrowers get a better deal by calling Loan Pronto? Hey, it's Prosser here, and the Fed has dropped the rates again. The election is over, and Loan Pronto has APRs in the low 5s for refis, debt consolidation, and purchase loans. If your current mortgage rate is over 6%, or if you're in the process with another lender, don't settle. Call Loan Pronto now for a second opinion. Lock a lower rate today and close in as little as 2 weeks, often with no appraisal. And if you act now, you won't make your first payment till February. This 5-minute call saves homeowners an average of $5,000, lower rates and lower fees. So get your Loan Pronto rate quote instantly with no hard credit pull and no upfront fees like those other guys. It's Loan Pronto. Call them at 904-999-1508, or you can visit loanpronto.com. That's Loan Pronto at 904-999-1508, loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781 on approved credit, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Calling all fun-loving citizens of Northeast Florida. Freedom Boat Club needs your help. Lisa the botanista has gone missing. She left a note that said gone boating. But here's the thing. Freedom Boat Club has 4 local locations, Julington Creek, Jax Beach, and 2 in St. Augustine, and over 400 locations across the world. That's a lot of water to cover. Is she water skiing on the Ozarks, whale watching in the Pacific, or island hopping in Spain? Or hiding right here at the Black Creek Rope Swing, or docking at the Conch House? Wait, has anyone checked Fort George Island? Too much to do on the water. So Freedom Boat Club is offering our best discount of all time, so you can help search. You simply make your reservation, show up, and have fun. I gotta go. I'm hopping on a boat to the fish camp for live music and lunch. Maybe I'll find the botanista there. Or better yet, maybe you'll join us with the best discount ever and enjoy boating made simple. Don't blame us when you start playing hooky too. Visit freedomboatclub.com.
I'm Stacy, and I want to tell you about my fogged up window fiasco at my house. I called up Mac at Baker Glass. He told me all I needed was a glass replacement. The process was so easy. All within a few days, they came out, measured, called me with an estimate, cut my glass, and came out to install the new ones. Now my view outside is fog-free thanks to Mac and his crew at Baker Glass. And my neighbors think I got some fancy new windows.
I'm Mac with Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
Hey, Hicken here from my friends at Beaches Dermatology. You know Doctors Boudreaux, Doctors Metz, Dr. Fader with the Mohs surgery, man. They're there to take care of you. Great staff. I go to Solana Road. Love the folks over there. Very nice. You got an appointment at 11:15. You get in at 11:15. They want to remind you, though, even in this cold, cold weather, man, protect the skin. We're the Sunshine State for a reason. And that sun, if you're outside all day, will beat on you. Put that hat on. Cover those ears up. Get on that long sleeve dry fit, man. But if something does pop up on that skin, man, go get it checked out. Don't wait. Go online, make an appointment, beachesdermatology.com. Lots of locations to serve you, including a new one up in Fernandina. That's beachesdermatology.com.
Universal Roof and Contracting presents the Offensive Player of the Game. Universal Roof and Contracting. The difference is universal.
Brian Thomas Jr. was special on Sunday for Jacksonville. The lucky number 7 recorded 103 yards on 7 receptions, averaging 14.7 yards per catch. Make sure to grab shades for this kid, because his future is very bright in Duval. Brian Thomas Jr. is your Universal Roof and Contracting Offensive Player of the Game.
New year, new beginnings, and a new roof. Start 2025 with peace of mind and take advantage of Universal Roof and Contracting's limited time offer. 15% off all roof repairs and replacements. From leaks to full replacements, call 855-ROOF-HELP or visit universalroof.com to schedule your free roof inspection today. This special New Year deal ends January 31st. Universal Roof and Contracting, protecting your home and building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Projax Roofing. In beating Tennessee, the Gators basketball team suffocated the Vols in the first half, holding them to just 4 field goals on 29 attempts. Head coach Todd Golden likes how his team held down the defense.
So we were just physical. We were tough. We fought through screens. And our bigs did a really good job of just protecting the paint, protecting the rim.
Florida State football welcomed its incoming players to campus this week. Head coach Mike Norvell spoke to the newcomers as well as their families during the meeting. Program is welcoming over 30-plus newcomers to the Noles. The Gator defense looks to remain formidable with the return of edge rusher Tariq Sapp, who announced he would return for his senior season. Former Gator running back Trevor Etienne announced he would return to Georgia for his senior season. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
It's 38 degrees at 9:08. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. It's time. Now, it's time for the 9 o'clock nasty on the drill.
We're wasting time.
Here are Jeff Prosser, Dan Hicken, and E.T.
That's right. Daniel Murphy in the Murphy Power Hour. I learned something about Daniel Murphy that I don't know. You may have told us this before, but I learned something about Daniel Murphy and his athletics career, Pros.
Okay.
Did you know that Daniel Murphy, at some point of his high school career, was a high school goalie for the Inglewood Rams?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
A soccer goalie.
Yeah, as a freshman.
Sure.
I was the backup.
Yeah.
And the number one went down, wasn't available for a couple
Did you
games.
play?
So they put me right in the pipes.
Yeah? How do we
Fun
do?
position.
I love goalie.
They said you were pretty good.
I got reasonable ball skills. Like me and my brother grew up playing catch with each other. So like I could get it out of there. I just was small. Like at that point, I wasn't very big, so I couldn't cover up much of the goal. But I loved it. I did it 1 year and then just stopped.
I only said I'm not surprised because I knew you were such a soccer fan.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, it didn't shock me, but I was a little surprised to learn that you did play high school goalie.
I ran like a goalie.
When I moved to Puerto Rico in 9th grade, football was out. They don't play football, and soccer was in. And I was like, when I left, Hick, you remember this. We are in an era where soccer was not a thing.
Yes.
Like, there's no youth soccer. No, you go back to the 70s, there's no youth soccer, no nothing. No soccer any point. Kids don't play soccer outside. You may play kickball. That's the extent of foot meeting ball.
Mm-hmm.
And then down in Puerto Rico for 2 years, and then finally after 2 years, I'm like, oh, damn, there's no football. I'm just going to have to play soccer, I guess. So the last 2, and I basically used it to get in shape for basketball.
Yeah.
It is. I'll tell you this about soccer. And you run in soccer, boy.
Mm-hmm. So
Now, the goalie doesn't have
That's
to.
why I picked goalie.
You do a bunch of running.
I'll ask you our main Dream Finders Homes poll questions. Just an hour left. We have over 1,300 votes. They requested 8 interviews. I gave you 4. I'm taking Ben Johnson out until I know he interviews.
Mm-hmm.
I think if he interviews, I think the Jags would love him. I think he'd be the guy. I think he'd bring Brunell back. I think it would be I think it would give us hope.
Mm-hmm.
I think
I would have a lot more optimism if Ben Johnson was the skipper than I do right now.
It could reignite the franchise, and he may be strong enough that he could say, listen, with all due respect, I want my own GM guy, or I want a guy that,
I mean, Schott in the presser did twice. He
Yes.
was asked about would he be willing to do an executive vice president, and he said, if I found the right person, well, prove it.
Right.
And then also Mia O'Brien, I think, doubled back and asked if a candidate came in, a head coaching candidate, said they wanted a GM, that he would consider it too. So
awkward.
Yes. Well, he's sitting right there.
He's sitting right there.
He was on Zoom, so he was like,
I
probably,
know, but even
who knows?
still, yeah.
I couldn't help though. Imagine if you and me were doing that, like in your eyes. I mean, I couldn't.
I did it
I would
this
have been
morning. I know, right?
The facial expression.
And it's
anyway,
just, by the way, tell me you're not committed to your GM any more strongly. It's weird that you kept a guy if you can make that comment right in front of him.
Twice.
I
mean,
he said he would give him a boss.
Yeah.
And then said he wouldn't be opposed to.
He emasculated him and embarrassed him.
Yeah.
Just right there. I will say this. So if you're buying a car this weekend, take Trim Balky with you. He'll leave with the dealer paying you, boy.
Cone, Aaron Glenn, Joe Brady, Salah.
I voted Cohen from Tampa.
Okay.
Yeah, that's who I voted for.
All right. 32.4. Glenn's got 30.5. Brady's got 24.8. Salah's got 12.3.
And you and a number of other here on 10 Till have talked about we got to get Trevor to the
has to be one of the most
level that we believe
if
he
not
can get
the
to.
most important thing to do. It has to be way up there.
Yeah, Trevor, and then you can pick how far down it is, like for me, and then like defense, like all of it.
All right, I got a couple baseball questions. We got Murph here.
I've really
yes, sir.
There's 7 players that I would keep on a 50-something man roster. I mean, I would keep more because I have to.
Mm-hmm.
There's only 7 players that I would say, no, you can't have him. That's pitiful. I mean, how can a GM be anywhere for any amount of time and that be the situation?
Well, we've been getting a pick in the top 5.
I mean, I'll keep Trevor.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep Brian Thomas Jr.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep Walker and Allen. I'll be doggone. You can have it. I'm not crying a tear if you take any of them. No, I'm not.
No,
I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
I'll replace
Anton wasn't quite as good as
I'll
this year.
replace Anton with a veteran free agent for a year and then draft a guy in round 3 and it'll be the same guy. These guys aren't any good. They don't do anything. Our offense is terrible.
Harsh.
I mean, it's just it is what it is. If the players are good, then you wouldn't stink, right?
Well, our record is what our record is.
Yeah.
Anyway,
the word came out this week about Alonso and
Peter Alonso, former Mets first baseman.
Ball talk, but baseball hardball talk.
Yeah, I gotta get a couple in. Boris is kind of floating out there. Prince Fielder's numbers.
Yeah, he shouldn't do that.
I mean, so my question then becomes this: I think Boris is obviously great at what he does when he has a great player. If you don't have a great player, those guys end up getting screwed by this guy, man.
He's not quite as good with the players in the middle class.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like my type of players.
Yeah.
So I was joking with David Wright the other day because, Pete's finding it difficult as a middle class free agent.
Yeah.
And I was with David. I was like, you don't know what it's like to be a middle class player. But for some of us, and again, this is massive amounts of money.
For sure.
But, to what you're saying is Alonso agent Boris is talking about Prince Fielder's deal. So it's just like 9 years, $215 million is what he's floating.
9-2-15.
I think that right now the best offer he probably has in hand right now is a 3-year deal with like 30-35 on it. So 214 is a long way away from 90.
How old is Alonso?
31.
This would be his age 31 season.
Yeah.
So in other words, Boris got conked on the head and he woke up and he thinks he's Bryce Harper or Soto or someone.
He must think that Mr. Illich, he's going to be able to get Mr. Illich to come back, and make a deal.
Yeah,
and so
is there still room for Alonso on the Mets? You haven't replaced him, right?
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
Do you think he'll end up there just out of attrition, or will Boris ruin it?
He might ruin it.
Like damage the relationship and
he thinks he's coming back.
I think he will.
He'd be a great piece for Soto. He's so much more valuable. Now he can just be a home run guy. You don't need him to be all that other stuff.
Here's the one thing I'll say about Pete. I was talking to Drew, my older son, about this the other day. If you were going to and it's funny because you used to tell me you needed a little more out of Frankie, a little more clutch out of Frankie.
Mm-hmm.
We got that last year.
Yes, certainly.
Right? I mean, this kid was.
Yeah.
And if you were counting the clutch hits,
Mm-hmm.
it was like 20-2. Now, Pete had a playoff winning moment, and when that moment happened, all Mets fans wanted him back.
And in fairness, it also sparked him. He got hot for a few games. It wasn't just the one hit.
He caught a bit of heater for a couple games.
2 or 3 homers.
Hits a home run against Milwaukee that keeps the season going. So it makes you feel like, well, all year he's been getting big hits because that one was so big.
Really did.
How many home runs did he have?
34.
I mean, that's just. I mean, if it's me and I've got real players, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've got Soto. You got young guys that are emerging. You've got Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
That's the number. Give me 35. I don't care if you hit 200. I don't care what you do. You're going to hit 6.
He'll do that.
You're going to hit 6 and you're going to hit 30 homers. But we're only going to pay you.
May I add one more thing with the homers? You got to need to time them properly since you don't walk as much. You know what I mean? Not
that's
every
fair.
home run's created
and you
equal,
can't
but
do that. And that's kind of like the guys
we
with
used
the
to call them,
sacks.
as Mets fans, we used to call them Piazza-like homers.
Okay.
And that's when it's 8-1, and you come up in the 8th inning, and you hit a little solo blast.
Yeah, that's fair.
Doesn't do a whole lot for us.
No, you need the big ones. Those are certainly the ones you remember. And maybe last year having those, that timing would be better.
Which is
and again, I'm all for Pete Alonso to the Tigers. So knock yourselves out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But right now it feels like he's got 3 years, which is a long.
Where do you think he'll end up?
Who's that? Alonso? I say New York.
Okay, well, and you don't think that's if it's not New York, where do you think he winds up?
The Giants were kind of punching around, but they just gave Verlander
weren't the
20,
just a 1-year deal. They still have money because I still think. I mean, I've heard Toronto, but that doesn't make sense. He would DH. So if it was Toronto, it would be saying that Toronto, like you DH this year, they don't think they'll move on from Vlad either now or at the end of the season. Yeah. But if you're looking to win, you don't move on from him now.
Yeah, I don't think they would move on from him now.
No, but
there was talk about the Cubs for a while, but
no, they like their young guy.
Yeah,
I
don't think that's happened. What happened? Seattle, I think, was the other one. I think what happened was all the spots that he was rumored to be going to got filled for a lot less money.
The first baseman market has moved.
Yes.
Christian Walker signed.
Goldie.
Goldie has signed. Like, there's been trades as well. Naylor got moved. Yeah. The Nats
or whatever.
got Lau and then signed Josh Bell. Like, the first basement market has moved. And Pete didn't go with it, which is your choice. It's just, you'd be hard-pressed to find Prince Fielder's deal. Like
baseball trivia question for you two knuckleheads. Who's the only current team that has never lost 100-plus games in a season? The only current team, Jeff Prosser, that has never lost 100-plus games in a season, please.
That's super hard because the teams that you'd want to say that, the obvious answer to me is the Yankees, but I feel like either one of those teams in the 70s or a way back year, they could have gotten there. But
Yankees in 1912 did lose 100.
That's the only time?
St. Louis.
So you got to go way back.
St. Louis in 1908 lost 100.
That's how far back it was?
Yeah.
Dang.
Along with the Dodgers, by the way, so you can eliminate
Brooklyn
them.
Dodgers, right?
How about the Giants?
The San Francisco Giants lost 100 games
early
in 1985.
Oh,
boof! Hey, Will Clark, what you up to?
Yeah, Will the.
When did the Atlanta Braves last lose 100, Jeffrey?
Oh gosh, we lost 100.
Used to do it annually.
Yeah, we didn't do. Although I think it may have been. I don't think we got back to 100 when we got bad.
No.
There. It was 90.
88.
Really?
88.
So worst to first in 91, that worst year, I guarantee it was 96 or 97. That was a bad team in 90. It wasn't like they were a 70 and 92 team that finished last and went first.
Mets lost 193.
You say there's one that's
I didn't end
never
up
lost?
on one of those, did
It's
I?
got to be.
None of those in the 2000s? 10s?
The Mets?
Yeah.
Nope.
None of them.
It's got to be a new team then. And
solid.
So it's got to be a relatively new team. But I do believe that the Marlins, Rockies,
Marlins
Rays,
last year.
they've all lost 100.
Rockies last year.
Right. My point is I believe they've all lost 100.
A's 23.
I'm guessing, though, that it's a relatively new team comparatively.
Okay.
Like,
I was thinking
what
the
about
same thing. Well, like Houston tried to lose 100, so
yeah,
they did it.
they did it like 3 or 4 years in a
they did it
row.
on purpose.
They did it years in a row.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just get this down. I'm going to get this right here. So, now, granted,
So we still haven't hit it yet.
well,
No.
we've given like 41 guesses. So the guess is going to be, all right, I'm going to say who it's not. The Blue Jays.
Blue Jays is a nice guess, but they did in 79.
That's probably the first, second year, huh?
100 losses.
Okay. It's I'm looking here.
I mean, a younger franchise would be the Rangers. But
Rangers?
But I feel like were smelly.
They were smelly.
Yeah, like
how about
Ted Williams managed them?
21, they lost 100.
That was just.
How about the Brewers?
The Brew Crew, consistent of late. The Brew Crew lost it in 2010, though. A 100-loss season. I'm sorry, 02. I'm sorry. The Mariners were in 2010.
The Reds?
The Reds.
They've been around
2 years ago, they lost
100.
Yeah.
This is a fluky.
Good question, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a really.
We've gone through the entire league. The Phillies, I guess.
What teams were you affiliated with in your career?
What?
Cubs.
Nationals, Cubs. Cubs, Rockies, Mets.
And?
Oh, the Angels didn't? Really? They stayed under. All right.
They've been around for a while. 60 maybe?
That's a good question, huh?
Yeah, it's a really good question.
That's hard to believe because they've had some bad years.
Bad enough that you
I bet
think
they've
they
had
would have
some
lost
98s and
100.
99s,
Yeah,
huh?
just nestled up right next to it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. We got to take a quick time out. Come back with more. It's Beachers Plumbing on Wednesday, just immersed in the Murphy Power Hour. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL.
Big moment. Play-by-play is full of plot twists.
Did that just happen?
And high-octane drama.
And this game is tied.
Experience the most play-by-play sports on 1010XL. The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
These are interesting economic times. That's why it's so important to have someone you can count on. That's ITP Partners. Jacksonville folks taking care of our Jacksonville money. Experience? You best believe you want to give your hard-earned money to folks you trust. Jeff Hartman, Chris Bryan, Dan Abel, Reed Wingate, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reagan Wright have the expertise and knowledge to help clients in their financial lives, focusing on investment management, financial planning, and risk management. ITP Partners, financial partners for life. Securities offered through American Portfolios Financial Services Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
When the heat's on high or the chill is too much, who you gonna call? Cool Cats Heating and Cooling is locally owned and operated with a perfect touch. You'll keep your home just right, day or night. AC to heating, don't take a beating. Call the coolest cats in town. With a 5-star Google rating, they're your neighbors, ready to help. So get your paw of approval from Cool Cats Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town. CoolCatsJacks.com.
It's a new year at Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, and St. Augustine. Cash in this month with thrilling promotions and tournaments, including daily high hands and table games clockwork cash out, giving away $300 cash every 15 minutes and selected weekends at all 3 Best Bet locations. Catch all the excitement in 2025. See all the details and learn the games at bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Hey, couldn't be any happier to be part of the Georgia Moore Chevrolet family. And when I say La Familia, I mean it. That's how you'll be treated when you visit that beautiful showroom off Atlantic Boulevard. You'll find out what I'm talking about. No pressure, lots of smiles, everybody just cool, chilling, there to help you. I got my boy Blue, my blue Silverado. If you want a truck like me, if you want a car, if you want an SUV, you want an electric, you want a pre-owned, Georgia Moore Chevrolet's got them all. If you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, don't worry. MooreChevy.com, so easy to navigate. Any site you can try. All the vehicles, sales, service parts, never been more easy to use. It's George Moore Chevrolet, gang. Together, let's drive.
I'm Clayton Bromberg, the chairman of Underwoods. With Christmas behind us in 2025 here, the last thing you want to hear is somebody trying to sell you something. That's why at Underwoods, we'd like to just stop and say thank you to all the people that came in our stores over the last year. Whether you bought from us or not, we want to thank you for coming by and giving us the chance to help. You know, in North Florida, there are a lot of people trying to sell you jewelry. But at Underwoods, we consider it an honor for somebody to come in and just give us that chance to help. And if we do a good job, we might get a chance to serve again. Having served North Florida since 1928, all of us here understand what a customer really gives us during that visit to Underwoods, their trust. And it's up to us to do everything we can to keep it. So on behalf of everybody on the Underwood team, thanks again for coming into our stores. And we wish each of you a Happy New Year.
Good teachers and coaches get the most out of their scholar athletes. That's why 1010XL salutes the Scholar Athlete of the Week.
Brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
And the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234.
Wednesdays on The Frangie Show.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Mia here. Since 1982, Closets by Design has specialized in creating dream spaces for every budget. My designer, Frances, made the process so easy. She came to my house and designed a walk-in closet that's not only beautiful, but also incredibly functional for me and old Beau Valentine. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation at 800-293-3744. Hey, and if you mention Mia or Helmets and Heels, you'll qualify for free base molding. Call today or visit closetsbydesign.com.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700, offices Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here for Pella Windows and Doors. Look, it's kind of cooling down right now. I love opening my windows up this time of year. If you're looking to upgrade your windows in your home, I want you to visit the Pella showroom on Phillips Highway. Ask about their latest hurricane and impact-resistant windows and doors, rated #1 by Consumer Reports in all 3 main window categories. You want quality, style, and protection? Visit PellaJacks.com and the showroom on Phillips Highway just north of Bay Meadows. That's Pella Windows and Doors online at PellaJacks.com.
Duval. Coke
Florida congratulates the Jacksonville Jaguars on a great 2024 season. As the local Coca-Cola bottler celebrating 10 years of business, Coke Florida is proud to be the Jags' official beverage partner. From the season kickoff to the final touchdown, Coke Florida's 5,000 associates and passionate fans have cheered on the Jags all season long. Coke Florida and the Jags tackle game day with great taste.
Make a resolution this new year to send all of your friends or family a Kuhn Flowers floral arrangement. ET here with 1010XL. Okay, how about sending just one person you love a floral arrangement? Kuhn Flowers can handle it.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Listening to the Daniel Murphy Power Hour, presented by ITP Partners on 1010XL.
Are we on? Is the mic on?
I was supposed to show you a picture, Murph.
Do it live.
A picture. Let's send a picture here on a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday.
I'm doing the 3-foot walk over here to the visitor section.
All right, we're going to get the reaction from Murph. I don't see the picture.
Oh, snap. Look how long ago that is. That's the BC Royals. That's our, so this is a picture of our travel baseball team. Is that Stevie Petros?
Petros.
Yeah, And then there's
Petrie, said Chris Petrie.
Chris Petrie, and then Billy Butler's in this as well, too.
Okay.
Billy played in the big leagues.
Oh, Billy, that was my boy.
What you know about Billy?
Me and Billy grew up playing bitty basketball together.
Oh, wow. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I remember because we needed a big man, and our big man was always late. So I used to always get mad. I'm like, man, why Billy always late? Because he was coming home. He was coming from a baseball game.
Always hitting something.
And later on, Billy made it to the big league. So now I know why Billy was always late to the basketball game.
Petros was a handsome young man. What happened to you, Stevie?
Oh
dear.
Still in this Petros Wednesday.
Looks like the whole
Catching a
world. Got
stray.
the whole world ahead of him. Look at him. How handsome he is. Rugged there, huh?
Stevie caught for us. He did a great job. I love playing with Stevie.
Yeah, he's a good dude. Good dude. Good people involved with the drill.
Yes.
After that comment, maybe they won't be much longer. We'll see.
We talked about the draft picks, and I went back and researched Jags draft all time, and we can only, it's I don't know how fair it is to do, well, we took this guy, we could have had this guy. There's some misses. Everybody's got, I get that. And I think Balky even said that in the presser. Nobody's and that's true. However, I mean, when you need something, like we just keep going back to we're fans. We don't know as much football, but we know you need edge rushers, man.
Yep.
And year after year, you don't get edge rushers. The year they took Brenton Strange, that was fine, but they got Evan Ingram, and they got a guy who's now started every game for the last 2 years, Osiris Torrance inside, who's a road grading mauler for the Buffalo Bills.
Maybe
took
take
Brenton
that
Strange
there,
over Osiris
and then get a tight end around 4.
Yeah, I mean, it just.
The biggest problem. This is
And by the way, one's a starter and one's not.
It's not overly reported either, but this is a major reason, and this is a big thing. There is tension between Trent Baalke and his coaching staffs. They do not get on the same page. They complain and backstab each other. Last year, I know for a fact that this time last year, it was ugly down there. The finger pointing between Baalke and, the onboarding comment that he made, taking a shot at, well, we bring him in and they don't. That has been the continuing working dynamic. And now they sat in the press conference and sold you a story that we were all together. No, you weren't.
Well,
this started as soon as when things were good, they were great. Teams in a playoff, they're at Baselli's Hall of Fame induction. Life is good. And then when it went bad, they neither would own it.
Well, no, I mean, so, even starting as early as last year, Doug Peterson, we saw him. He did his press conferences. We didn't have one at the end of the season last year. Everybody just disappeared on us. So this is the first end of the season presser we've had. And then I was listening to it as well. And Jamal, St. Cyr?
St. Cyr.
St. Cyr, forgive me, asked a question about if the new head coach would report directly to Shad.
Right.
And Shad was adamant about saying, Doug reported to me.
Right.
Just like Trent reported to me.
Right.
I think on the Zoom, what gets you is I would like to ask a follow-up that isn't as easy. It was how often did they report to you together?
Right.
When's the last time all three of y'all got together? Because it didn't feel like from the outside you guys were collaborating together.
Right. Good point.
It was a call from Doug, and then it felt like a call from Trent, and then we'll try to go sort
Tony
this
got
thing
into
out.
this coach-centric thing, and I asked him, I said, was it supposed to be coach-centric with Doug? And because one of the things from Shot is that the structure is going to change. The coach is going to be more in charge than the GM. Well, I don't think Doug did a good enough job of that then, obviously. Because I didn't ever get the feeling it was a coach-centric team. I kind of got the feeling
I wonder
it was split.
with the feels like the split that was going on between ownership, our head coach, and general manager after even as early as like last season, as you were talking about.
I think the offseason where it started, where I guess to summarize like this. Coaches say, we need this, or this. Trent and his guys go get them this, or this. The problem is they're not. The coaches think, well, they're not good. I can't. Yeah, I said I needed a tight end, but he's not as good. He's not good enough to replace Farrell, at the time. And then they get mad for getting him and not playing, and then they all blame each other.
I think there's fault on both sides with that.
For sure.
I was going to ask you, how much authority do you think that Doug had to relinquish after the 23 season? You know what I mean? From a coach-centric sort of environment,
I think some of it, they were playing those guys more. They were playing those first, like Jordan Jefferson's getting in there early. Javon Foster did play some early.
Yeah, but Mason Smith didn't.
I know, and I think that's kind of a sign. I think there's meaning to that. I think it's more than a game.
But I think
there's some passive aggressiveness between those two, and it wasn't
doesn't feel cohesive as we sit here with 4 wins on our CV and 5 in the 18 since
I do think you have
middle last year.
Put some of that into human nature, right? If we don't win, I mean, like,
yeah.
All right. Put it in baseball terms. Who's the skipper going to blame? You can blame the GM. I can make the pitching coach my fall guy. I can make the third base coach. This guy, I got to get him.
I can make any one of my players. If the guy just makes a play, we can't boot that ball. We can't make that mistake.
When you don't win, the finger pointing.
And those are terrible leaders. And terrible leaders do that. And you know what Tom Coughlin didn't do privately, publicly?
Yeah.
Never blamed. He might know it was this or that. He may tell the player he made a mistake, but it wasn't this blame game. And we had 2 guys here that were real good at the blame game. Peterson and Balke both play it great. It ain't me, it's that. Oh, I could have done this, but he gave me that. Oh, he said he wanted this, but I gave him that. Well, it's not me. We can't make the plays. We can only tell the players what to do.
Well,
that's
it's hard.
Weak sauce for leading a team, though.
It's hard, Daniel, when and what Coughlin was good at, and the players didn't like it at the time, but they grew to respect it because he was very transparent with them.
You know what's expected of you, but I don't like getting yelled at.
Right.
But yes, it would try to take a little bit for me. But you're right. When the skipper and the organization,
Daniel, if you strike out one more time with the bases loaded, you're going to be hitting 8th.
Oh, well, that's like you start sitting me, and I'm going to also pay attention as well, too.
That's by the way, so we need Brian Snitker then to coach the team. My guy, he'll move around like a little league lineup. I love him. When he's hot, you go up. If you're cold, you go down. All right, one more quick bout of This Is Your Life, Daniel Murphy. The challenge, I'm going to give you a list of names, and the challenge for you is to name the youth team that this was.
Oh, snap. Here we go.
Got it. This is a different one. These are your teammates.
Oh, boy.
I'm not going to do it in any sort of, just going to go just left to right, bottom. If we're going to start in the second, I'm not going to tell you your age. I'm not going to tell you your coaches. That'll give it away. These are your teammates.
Oh, no.
Remember little Evan Baker? See anything about
Shake and bake.
So SYAA, definitely all-stars together.
Yeah.
I don't know if we ever played regular season baseball together. Judy. We called it Evan Judy.
Okay.
Punch and Judy.
So you are SYAA.
All-stars.
You still have it. It is an all-star team. You were the host team.
Yeah, we won state in 1995.
This
Florida,
is the District 3 champs.
Yeah, Florida major minors, like 10-year-olds.
So congratulations to Evan Baker, Spencer Nagy.
Oh, Spence,
shout out.
Tyler Ray, Timmy Weldon, Rodney Davis.
Tyler Ray and I played together with the Marlins. I'm almost certain, I think, in
you look
the 11
about
and
this
12.
Looks about 10, 11. Is that what this is?
Spence and I, because I played with Spence's brother Brett Nagy at JU.
Sure.
So Spence played with the Gators and Tadpole, if anybody knows local baseball. So 8, 9, and 10-year-olds. He was a year younger than me. I don't know if we ever played maybe the Giants together, but definitely all-star teams, Spence and I. Yeah. Hoover. We called Spence Hoover because he didn't miss anything at short.
Vacuum it all up. Well, there you go.
I like
this
that.
is your life,
I wasn't bad.
You did very good. You named it. I won't embarrass the kids that if I give you their name, you can't tell me something. I'll just let the ones that you gave big backgrounds
end on a high note. That's it. I'm out of here.
All right, let's come back and put a wrap on this bad boy. It's a Beach Rose Plumbing Wednesday on the drill.
The drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Start your new year off healthy. Get screened at Ackerman Urology for common cancers of the prostate, bladder, and kidney. Early detection is key with 5 locations across Northeast Florida. Visit AckermanUrology.com.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
American Electrical, Northeast Florida's highest-rated electricians, is hiring, and they're training people for careers. It's not just job training. They're giving you a license that no one can take away from you, training you for jobs that are always in demand and will offer you a peace of mind financially and for the future. And once you know a trade, you'll always be employable. All the details are at American-Electrical.com. If you're selected to be part of the Electrical Academy, you'll learn the electrical trade absolutely free of charge. American Electrical, powered by professionalism, equal opportunity employer.
Hey, Hicken here with a message from Zero Res. Man, we love rugs at Zero Res. We'll treat your fine Oriental rug with the tender love and care they deserve. How about Gerard, the Zero Res rug cleaning manager, one of the few certified master rug cleaners in all of Florida? You want your rugs cleaned with tender love and care? Call Zero Res right now. Have one rug washed, and we'll wash the second rug for free. That's right. Buy one. Second one is on me. Zero Res, man. You spell it forward, you spell it backwards. Zero Res. The right way to clean.
Start the new year with a fresh look for your home. It's the Renewal by Andersen New Year's sales event. For a limited time, save 20% off on our energy-efficient windows and patio doors designed to keep your home comfortable year-round and your energy bills down. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation. But hurry, the special New Year's offer won't last. License number CGC 1527613.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
January 8th, 1986, San Francisco Giants first baseman Willie McCovey is the 16th elected to the MLB Hall of Fame in his first year of eligibility.
Why is the Dead Sea so named? The answer next.
Southern Oak Insurance is proud to continue offering coverage statewide. Financial stability makes Southern Oak Insurance a wise choice for your homeowner's insurance needs. Log on to southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
The Dead Sea is 9 times saltier than any other sea, which means no living creature can actually live there.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's contestant, a professional stamp licker from Jacksonville, Florida, meet Martin Celery.
Oh, gosh. I can't wait to play, Bob.
Well, let's move things along. Tell him what he's won, Johnny.
Wait, but
That's right, Marty. At Bueller Air and Plumbing, we've stocked up on the remaining inventory of low-cost 2024 model air conditioners. So you win. We're passing the savings on to you.
Can I answer a question first?
We need to make room for the 25s, so we're offering great deals on AC replacements while supplies last.
Could I spin the wheel at least? I've been practicing for a year.
With last-minute deals like this, there's no question that you are cool.
What do I tell my kids?
There you go. Have a souvenir t-shirt.
Thanks.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
I don't feel so good.
You do feel hot. Dayquil Kids will take care of that fever.
What about my cough?
Dayquil Kids has that covered.
Will it make my throat feel better?
Yes, that too.
But will it taste good?
Yep, Dayquil Kids comes in your favorite flavor.
Purple?
Well, yes.
It's great.
Try new DayQuil Kids Plus Fever, the daytime coughing, aching, sore throat fever just for kids medicine. Safe for kids 6+. Use as directed.
Now, the Performance Painting High Performance Play of the Game. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
Big-time players make big-time plays when their team needs it the most. And the clutch gene was certainly with Parker Washington. Mac Jones would find the teal and black wideout for an 8-yard touchdown, which would tie the score at 20 with 7:50 left in regulation. The Parker Washington score is your Performance Painting Play of the Game.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting.
This is Dr. James Perry, Assistant Team Physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
After firing Doug Peterson on Monday, the Jacksonville Jaguars have begun their search for a new head coach. On Tuesday, the team announced a list of 8 candidates who they're looking to interview, primarily on the offensive side of the ball. Former Jag Tony Baselli doesn't take issue with General Manager Trent Baalke being retained.
The bottom line, the dude has built a team that went to 3 straight NFC Championship games, went to a Super Bowl, came here, was part of the process of building the team that went to the playoffs in 2022.
If Eric Armstead is to stay with the Jaguars, he's looking to move back inside.
Yeah, I'm going to move back inside next year. That's going to be my plan. That was what I wanted to do this season as well.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update, I'm Sam Nelson.
10XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since '87.
All right, time to cool down. I'm cooling down from what I just saw in the social media, Twitter world. It's just some of the things that
Dan watched a
folks
woman
post.
give birth live in a parking lot on
she's just standing there, and she popped out a
don't know
baby,
what
and the
she's-
ladies go, "That's okay, I'm a midwife."
This is y'all's medium. I've stayed out of it. I'm going to continue to.
Probably a good idea.
Just going to stick to YouTube where there's no comments
Probably a
see
good
no
idea.
live births on YouTube to this point. I just watch golf and poker.
There you go. That's my cool.
I'm cooling down on this. Look, I don't know if it can last. They're going to beat each other up to a degree, but 13 teams out of 16 in Lenardi's forecast for the SEC basketball, and I can already feel the narrative that's going to come. This is just the SEC blowing hard because they failed so much in football. Look, the worst team in the SEC right now by record, the very bottom of the barrel, is 10-4. That's crazy. We're deep into the season.
Yeah.
So look out look out for a rocky road in the SEC. You can be a really, really good top 5 basketball team and lose 4 games in conference. Really can.
The neat thing about social media,
neato game,
is I'm also looking at every NFL quarterback when they were in high school in a row, which is kind of fun.
Sure.
I'm looking at
Collage.
Joe Burrow with his blonde hair and baby face and things. Boy, it's a shame Joe Burrow is not in the playoffs. Got nobody to blame but themselves, but he's a guy that you want in the playoffs.
Oh, for sure. He's fun to watch. Fun to watch.
Yeah.
And he played just unbelievable this year. We had it's.
And is there any doubt that the Chiefs said, "Yeah, listen, we're not going to win this Denver game. We don't want Burrow in the playoffs." I don't want
why they did it, but
I don't need to see him in the first round.
Get boat raced by 30.
I'll never understand.
Doesn't make it feel like you're trying to win.
They will put me in the ground, not completely understanding the Most Valuable Player award.
I thought we were going to stuff you.
Well, you can. I mean, but when I'm dead,
You wanted to be in the corner.
I just meant it as a metaphor. I don't care if you taxidermy me. I can care less. My soul's in a better place. Do whatever to me.
Okay.
I'll never. We either need to rename it or reclassify it. But Most Valuable Player is the weirdest damn award in all of sports. We never can make up our mind on what exactly it means.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, why does Most Valuable have to be a player who took a team that was already a playoff team and made it a playoff team? Couldn't Most Valuable be a guy who had the worst defense in the league, who's kicker, missed 2 field goals, still led the league in passing and had his team on the verge of the playoffs.
Talking about Joe Burrow.
Yeah, who's more valuable than Joe Burrow? Who could have done what Joe Burrow did? Is there any quarterback, if he was quarterback in the Bengals, they'd have as many wins?
Josh
or more?
Allen, Lamar
Maybe.
Jackson.
Yeah. Same
I
guys.
think they're all great.
I get you.
I think there's a 4-pack of great ones. Those 3 and Mahomes.
Patrick.
And then you can't fault Mahomes. He didn't have the numbers, but he won. And, so.
But they win different now.
Yeah,
like
they
they aired it out when Tyreek was there.
Yeah.
But they win different.
The
now.
most amazing. I've changed my mind. I gave it to Joe, to Josh Allen all year. I gave him the MVP all year. I thought he's MVP. I still think he's deserving. If I had a vote, I'd give it to Lamar Jackson. The dude went 41-4 and did things that nobody has ever done. He threw for 4,000, ran for 900. I don't know how you can be more valuable. I don't know what
I think that
you're going to use.
Just to counter it.
Yeah, and that's just my point.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mind. I have no problem with either of those 2 guys winning it. I probably would have a little bit of a problem with Joe Burrow, but I could.
Yeah, no, I would never vote for him. Don't get me wrong, but I just saying the fact that he wouldn't even be considered is interesting.
But what I saw Josh Allen do with a team that everybody thought was going to take a step back, and then just
I can't get off
more than anybody put him on. Put him on.
They are
on his
They
back.
are the higher seed.
It was
He's
impressive.
It's just. I mean,
But
and
Lamar beat Josh Allen head to head.
And there's also this: if Lamar were quarterbacking the Bills, wouldn't you expect their record would be the same? Don't you think he'd be doing the same things?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's similar,
right? I mean,
yeah, for sure.
It's hard for me to get away from the numbers being so much more. I mean, Josh Allen's only got 28 touchdowns. Not a huge number for an MVP in a quarterback-driven league. Might be enough. Might be enough. But he's got less rushing yards than Lamar. Lamar's just a unicorn.
He's been terrific.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Murph.
Thank you for
Appreciate
having me.
you
Always
coming
enjoy
by. E.
Now, the 2-minute drill. Serviced by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. Locally owned and operated. We're your neighbors. Find the coolest cats in town at coolcatsjacks.com.
What's up, Debs?
Hello.
What do you got cooking on a hump day edition?
Oh, today, our question of the day is going to be based on the candidate list that's out there that they themselves put out, the Jaguars.
Yeah, they put out the candidate list.
Yeah, at least here's who we're reaching out to. And, based
It's only
on
worth
that,
who accepts it, right?
well, I mean, they're at least we know at least some of the targets that they have. And any other reasonable candidates, who are your top 3 picks?
Top 3
for the head coach, because if you do top 1, you're going to get a lot of Ben Johnson.
Yeah,
and, we'll see what the Tony Pauline at Sportskeeda. He's been around for a while.
Yes,
he's more of a draft guy, but he put a piece out today.
Yeah,
that suggested Balky may lead the head coach search, and then, according to the word around the league, take a step back and take a different position within the organization. Like, I had heard a rumor that he was considering retiring, and that got brought up at the press conference.
he denied it.
He denied it, but
it's still out there.
Retiring and changing to another position in the organization is not the same thing.
No.
So if he goes, well, no, I'm not retiring.
Yeah, resigning would be the right word. Not retiring.
There could be a lot of. I don't know. I'm not reporting that's
fair.
How he,
That's
how he feels, but that's been floating around out there.
I think something is up. And I don't know what it is. I don't know where it's going, but I think, if he was willing to do that, and maybe we'll find out if Ben Johnson agrees to an interview, that we will further speculate about what's going to happen here.
We'll see.
So,
because the word had been he would not agree to said interview if Trent Baalke were there.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll have a great show.
All right. Thank you.
That's coming up Hump Day Wednesday. Jaguars today. Mike and Tony, they do it from 10 to noon. Lots of Jaguar talk. A lot of things happening. Oh, the offseason is underway with a bang.
It's been a Beatrice Plumbing Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow.